I surprised everybody because I just set it up, and then I was like, okay, I'm hitting the button. And then I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even clarify with anyone. It's not very polite of me, so my apologies, Anthony and Kurt, mid-conversation.
Sometimes it's just time, and you got to hit that button. You got to do it.
Yeah, apparently. I was like, this is the moment. We're in it. Whether or not you want to be, it's happening. So here we are. Good, though, because I did want it to happen, because everything is set up, I think. So, hello, everyone. We are going to be playing a really cool game tonight called Our Haunt, and if you have the book, then you will be able to appreciate this beautiful layout that Kurt made for us, because the front of the book literally looks like this layout. It is so cool. Rapala, hello! But before we get into it, I will say who I am. I am me.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know.
Yes, I am me. I am a variety streamer. Some people call me Vamp or Vampy or Amanda. You can call me Amanda. That's my name.
You're weird.
I am a weird. Yes, I am a weird variety streamer. I am also a cosplayer, a YouTuber, an actor, and just an all-around nerd. And this is a segment that we do on stream on Mondays that is called our Indie RPG Stream Night. I get to do it with my two wonderful friends every Monday. Atomic Sorcery, thank you for requesting us as the heroes. I think we can accommodate that request today. We can try.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
I will play the role of Kurt.
Okay.
I will throw this over to Anthony to introduce himself. But yes, hello. That is me, and that's my stream.
It's nice to meet you, Amanda.
Hello.
I'm Anthony. I'm a author and children's writer. And a lifelong RPG player and storyteller. I wrote an incredible, compelling version of the spider, the Incy-Wincy spider, that climbed up the kindergarten door when I was 6 years old. And that was the beginning of my storytelling career. And that's brought me here today to enlighten you with more incredible takes like, what if the spider was in the classroom where I'm sitting right now? Very creative. Very creative.
Welcome
good.
on in, Anthony. Also, thank you so much, Angelus, for the resubscribe. You've been subscribed for 5 months. Thank you so much for the sub. Also, I love those. Are those like partying aliens? Because I love it. I just love that emote so much. Whose emote is that? Is that Chaos R7? Yeah, that's a great hype gif. Thank you as well for the 3-stream streak. Congratulations. Thanks for streaking on through on a very concise, my favorite number, 3. I love a 3 streak. So yes, thanks for streaking.
Well, that's a convenient little segue because I'm the third of our band today. Hi, folks. My name's Kurt. I'm an RPG player, designer, and lover of all things storytelling games. And somebody redeemed a sing mode, so I guess I'm gonna do this in a song now. I'm joining Anthony and Amanda to play a game called Our Haunt. Our Haunt is a game in which we're all really dead. We're all a bunch of ghosties living in a house with the living. And a thing in the walls.
A thing in the walls.
A thing in the walls.
A horrible thing in the walls.
I like how you ended the song there, so you could be like, "and a thing in the walls." It's very.
It
dramatic.
was important to do.
Yes, it was. There's a hype train incoming, by the way. Thank you so much.
Look
Danny.
left and look right. Don't get hit.
Danny, thank you so much for the JJ laugh.
You serious?
You serious? Thank you so much. And thank you so much, DiCarlo, for also subscribing, resubscribing. DiCarlo says Toronto is losing yet again, and Radcliffe is playing Patch in Deadpool 3, Amanda. Radcliffe is gonna... No way. Are you pulling my leg, DiCarlo? I need the tea. I need the proof for this. So for those that aren't aware as well, I will tell Kurt and Anthony because I don't know if they are aware of this excellence. But
There's 3 Deadpools.
There's Deadpool, yes. There's 3 Deadpools.
There?
This is Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. And there's a new trailer that dropped today, which I did a reaction to on my YouTube channel. So if y'all haven't checked it out, it's there for you. But, yeah.
Can we pause the stream so Anthony and I can go check out before we keep...
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you care enough to check it out, but it was a pretty good trailer, actually. And I was saying in my reaction that, like, I just feel like the fact that we didn't get more Patch in the trailer, I have this theory that Hugh Jackman isn't going to be playing Patch. Patch is basically, like, another version of Wolverine, if you're not familiar, who is, like, his secret identity that he has, where he just wears an eye patch and, like, a cowboy hat.
Oh, wait, so it's still him.
And a suit. Yes, it's still him, but he's pretending to be a different person, and that's his disguise. But his hair looks the same, so...
So why would there be a new actor?
Well, because we're going to, like, a multiversal kind of thing in this movie.
Of course.
So it could be another Wolverine from another reality in that persona. And I was saying that's my theory, and I would love if that were true. So, DiCarlo, I'm going to believe you because I want to believe that to be true. And I also love Daniel Radcliffe, so that would be great.
It's good to have dreams.
It's great to have dreams. We can all dream. Also, hello to Dylan. Hello to DiCarlo. Hello to Atomic Sorcery. Hello to Angelus. Hello to Rapala. Hello to Riddlelock. Hello, everybody that is in chat.
What a lovely crew. Hi, everyone.
Great crew. And hello to everybody else that is here, but maybe not in chat, just lurking. Appreciate y'all. One day, there's gonna probably be streams where I can't say hi to everyone, and I'm not looking forward to that because it's gonna be sad for me.
Stop watching. We don't want to get there.
I'll be sad. And Cavill's also going to be a Wolverine? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this movie.
What you mean, I'm not ready?
I'm not ready for this movie.
Amanda, I have a pitch for you. What about the finale of the Stream Team Season 3? We do a multiverse episode, and all of our favorite characters and locations all come back into one crazy game, so we can get on the multiverse bandwagon.
I would actually love that. I would really love that. If we were to do that, would everyone else in chat be interested
in that?
Thank you for the sing mode, DiCarlo. Thank you for the stretch, Angelus, and also for the posture check. And also because we had a couple subs here, we got to spin our wheel.
Whoa!
That's fair. Mm-hmm. I think our wheel has a lot of in-game type stuff.
Oh, true.
But...
Yeah.
But
can we preview what's on the wheel?
We'll preview it, and then maybe once we start, we'll do the spins.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
We have 2, so if someone can just let me remember that.
I've got it in my brain. It's up there for you.
Yes, DiCarlo, I did hear.
Remind us in chat midway through, too. Especially if you subbed.
Yes. Yeah, just feel free to remind us, but I'll keep it. We'll all keep it in our minds. DiCarlo, yes, that was Azazel, and I also heard Lady Deathstrike and Toad were there. I was not doing a deep dive, but I just noticed that as I was skimming through, and I was like, I'll mention this. And I'm sure everyone else will let me know everything that I didn't see. So, thank you. Can't believe I didn't notice Lady Deathstrike, though. I'm kind of disappointed in that. But I wasn't looking
I'm
close.
Disappointed in you as well.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. We all get better.
We'll all get better over time. So this is our wheel today. It has a flashback scene, some rhyme and dialogue.
Ooh.
Respin. Something awful happens.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Gift a sub. Something lovely happens. Ooh. Change the lights.
Change the lights?
Mm-hmm. We can change the backlight or the mic light on my stream. Unfortunately, I can't change Kurt and Anthony's lights because I don't have those witchcraft powers yet.
I'd like to be able to do that too. Someday in the future, there's going to be this side of my face also lit.
Ooh.
Someday.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's my big dream.
Ready for that. That's too
That's
much
my big
face.
dream.
Also,
I know, it is too much.
I have a Birdie Bots beans. So I have my Birdie Bots ever flavored beans here, and I'll eat one. And if you guys were here for the last stream, I had like 5, and almost all of them were gross. So hopefully
Almost all of them
Hopefully,
are
I had to
gross.
eat a sausage one. Sausage jelly beans should
Not
never have
good?
existed. That's
Okay.
It might be the worst flavor, and I ate earwax, and I've eaten booger, and I still think sausage.
You mean jelly beans?
Yeah.
We're not. We're not.
Yes.
All right. Just to be clear.
We have named the NPC Spinner's Choice. So there you go. That's our wheel today.
Ooh.
There you
go. Exciting.
Also, thank you to Kurt for coming up with many of these. Some of them are the same from last time I streamed. Danny, thank you so much for the 5-stream streak. And Danny says, I'm not a Wolverine, but I am an alternate Hawkeye. The worst one. Wait, you're the worst alternate Hawkeye, or Hawkeye is the worst one? Because that's a totally different vibe. I can picture who the worst Hawkeye is in my mind, though. But yes.
Okay. Do you guys want to know some things about the game?
I do.
Wow, fun, because I've got to say them now. That's how this works. So, Our Haunt is a game in which we are 3 dead characters who have come back to a strange sort of afterlife. There's a passage that introduces the game, and I'm going to start reading, I guess.
Well, you're going to have to start reading in an Irish accent, because don't you know that Rapala just redeemed an Irish accent there?
Oh no, we've already learned I can't do Irish.
Rapala
was surely here for that.
That's why he's done it.
All right, well, this old mansion is falling apart. Its old bones creaking boards, hiding secrets, eaten away by time. Through broken windows and doors that slowly swing open on their own, we've discovered a dreamy purgatory of shadows and weakened nightmares. We've found a way for our fading hands to reach each other, past the heavy veils of death and unlife, and we won't let each other go. We've claimed this haunt as our own, and not even the living that walk through our halls and inspect our rooms can take that away from us. What little is left of our memories hangs suspended in the dusty air, shattered and beautiful, whispering and haunting. A warm kiss, the rain on a sad smile, eyes in the dark, a knife catching the last of the light. There is one more little page, if anybody else has the rules open.
I can read it. I have it here. Oh,
it is, the top of the page says 10 on it.
Yes. Our haunt asks us if we wish to travel down the twisted maze of our broken memories, or if we will build new ones with the family we found. Not everything in our haunt is safe. Something ancient and hallowed breathes under the peeling wallpaper. Something empty and angry claws away at the ceiling. Something desperate and cold wails at just the edge of hearing, aching to be heard. Perhaps there are things far worse than death, but for now this is all we are, and all we have. A broken down mansion, a few shattered memories, a whispered song, the promise of a family, and the watchful eyes of something sinister. Welcome home. Welcome home!
The creepiest Irish accent I've ever heard. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. I've gotten a short pitch of this game, but the idea that we are like ghosts, a little tiny weird ghost spirit family living in a haunted place is amazing.
I am hype. Now, all of us are going to get a special little playbook. There are 6 to choose from, and there's only 3 of us. So everyone will have a unique experience here. We will be choosing, for anybody not familiar with playbooks, playbooks are like a set of prompts or ideas, or sometimes stats if you're playing that kind of game, that is particular to it's like a class from Dungeons and Dragons, but much weirder, because the games we play are
much weirder,
spicy and intriguing, and much weirder. Yeah. So in this game, the playbooks on offer are, I'm just pressing the right button until I get to the playbooks. Push, 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 push. Aha, here they are. Okay, the playbooks are The Betrayed, The Cat, The Doll, The Loved, The Faceless, The Returned. and each of them has their own kind of thing going on. Are you in a weird porcelain body that's not your own? Did you catch a glimpse of heaven and now you're dragged back to this place? Are you barely anything left of yourself? A wisp in the wind? We will each be picking one of these playbooks. Atomic Sorcery, it is almost powered by the apocalypse. There's no dice in this. It is technically part of the Belonging Outside Belonging family of games, first pioneered by Avery Adler, and Avery Adler's co-designer, who doesn't get enough recognition. And I'm not going to buck that trend today because I don't remember the co-designer's name either.
I had it open here just a second ago. Damn it. Wait, I've got it. Avery Adler and Benjamin Rosenbaum.
There you go. The original games that pioneered the system are also fantastic, but I haven't played them yet. I've only played a ton of other games.
What are they called? What's the original one?
Dream Askew and Dream Askew. It was like a release of two games at the same time, and Dream Apart. Both are completely fascinating. Dream Askew is like a slow collapse of civilization, sort of post-apocalyptic, queer, found families type situation. And then I believe Dream Apart has to do with the Jewish community. Demons and wedding jesters, betrothals and pogroms, mystical ascensions and accusations of murder, the sounds of the shofar ringing through cramped and muddy streets, of cannon's fire, of wolf's footfalls in the snowy pine forest asking, what do you do next? Well, yeah. Anyway, I haven't played it, but check it out if you like this kind of game.
Thanks for going down that little side path with me.
Yeah, hope you folks don't mind elaborate tangents. I guess you wouldn't be here if you did.
Yeah, you're here.
That is kind of what we're into. This is true. Also,
hi, Prashan. Hi, Lanique.
Hello. Glad to have you both here. Also, hi, Tully Television over on YouTube as well. Tully, such a kind things that you were saying about us as RPG streamers. So nice. Warmed my cold heart. Just kidding. My heart's probably very warm.
Yeah.
37 degrees Celsius, ideally. But not in this game. In this game, you're going to be a freaking ghost. So who do you want to be? Anybody got a vibe? Anybody got a vibe?
I'm like kind of between the cat and the doll.
I kind of figured one of us would be one of those.
Faceless sounds interesting too.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
The Returned is so juicy. I don't know if you read it already, Kurt, but The Returned New Heaven or New a version of it.
Are these on our play sheet as well?
Yes, everything is on the play sheet as well. Which shout out to, I believe it was Molly who made this play sheet.
Thanks, Molly.
I don't know if it's publicly available. I found it through the Discord. But
Discord.
The Discord for Possum Creek Games. Good place.
Nice. Well, yeah, thank you. It looks super great as well. Like, it's just visually like, wow.
It's a real cutie patootie, if you ask us.
It's really good.
It's great.
Okay. I am tempted by... Yeah, I think from Amanda and I, we've got some intrigue overlap. I'm looking at Doll Loved Faceless. Those are all very exciting to me.
Yeah,
Less interested in The Betrayed.
The Betrayed's like anger incarnate, which I actually kind of think there's something cool about that. But
I definitely think there's something cool about that.
So Doll Loved Faceless. Remind me what the Faceless is like? They're like wispy.
There's barely anything left of you. You are the softest shadow, the trick of the light, movement in the corner of someone's eye. But you feel deeply. You are connected to everyone's silent thoughts, desires, fears, and give them voice and substance. Will you discover and reclaim your true face? Can you help the ghosts of the haunt connect to what they truly desire? Or will you distance and protect yourself, demanding a price from them?
This reminds me of the spirit that's in Dragon's Age, kind of. That, like, oh, what's his name? He's like the wolf now.
It feels appropriate if you forget, given the spirit of the playbook.
I think, I want to say his name is Fenris, but that's not correct.
It's a good name.
Is it Fenris?
It's a good name.
Did I make that up?
It's a wolfy name.
It's been too long
no,
since I've
Fenris
played
is
Dragon
a different
Age.
character, but he is an Inquisition, and he is a mage, an elven mage, and he ends up bonding with like this spirit, and the spirit is like at first like doesn't really know like who they are.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Zernabog says Fenris is my cat's name. That's a sick name for a cat. I'm gonna be real.
Also a good cat name.
It is great. Yeah, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I've thought about looking it up, but maybe someone else knows. Where are my Dragon Age fans in chat? Whoa, let me know. Also, Tully Television, thank you so much for just being so lovely. It says you guys have made my Monday eves. That's so nice. And yes, Anubis, we speak in the Celsius, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
You will have
That's
to.
how it's gonna be. You're in a Canadian stream now, baby.
Yeah, we only know the Celsius.
Lovers.
I can slightly convert to Fahrenheit for you. 37.5. That's probably like, what is that? Like high 80s
98.
or 90s?
I think it's 98 degrees.
80s or
That's why the
90s.
band is called that.
Oh, and on your thermometer, I can see it.
Got it. That makes sense.
I know who I'm going to be, guys.
All right, who are you going to be?
Who are you going to be?
Locked in. I am going to be the Returned. I have touched heaven, and I have been pulled back. I just think that's so cool.
All right. Give us a book. What are you thinking, Amanda?
I am thinking... Oh, they're all so good in different ways.
It's true.
I mean, I think I would like to be... I think I'm going to be the Faceless.
Beauty. Then I'll be the doll. Why not? Let's go full creepy.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
Okay, great. So,
Sweet.
in this game...
Nobody was the cat nor the doll.
No,
That's-
Kurt is the doll.
Oh, wait, they were
I'm the doll. I'm the doll.
take
I
my
said
word.
that's true as if
Kurt's
you
the
were
doll, Kurt's the
right,
doll. That's good.
but I was wrong.
I was very
No, it wasn't.
tempted to be
No.
the cat or the doll, but the Faceless, I just love how mysterious this character is.
Sorry, Kurt. What were you
Love a
saying?
mystery.
Well, right now I'm just going to answer the question, does the cat get 9 lives? The cat is already dead, so not so much. But it's
Sadly.
not necessarily a literal cat.
Right.
It's
Did
we
the
don't
cat
know
ever
for
have
sure.
9 lives? We don't know, because we got to find out if this is really even was a cat or was a
The
human.
cat
or-
doesn't know. That's part of the conceit of the character, which is so cool. We don't have many memories of our past lives, maybe none. We might remember our death a little. But this found family is what we are now. Now, everyone will get a name, big surprise. But what I love about what this game does is that it gives you evocative prompts from which to divine your name. As an example, as the doll, I'm offered a beautiful and old name, a half-remembered name, a name I took from the undeserving, a name
Ooh.
taken from a broken promise, a name that I'll give to someone else one day. So,
Man.
on your column of the sheet,
Okay.
this is everyone's favorite part of the stream when I talk about something they
The
can't see.
sheet.
Just trust us when I say, like, for each character, for each playbook, like, each playbook is a column, and at the top, it has, like, the title, so, like, the Faceless, the Loved, the Doll, and then below it is the, like, character art, I'm assuming from the book. And it just looks so good. And it's so, like, it's like everything is just laid out. Then you have your little description, and then below that is basically, like, everything you're going to pick, and little menus so you can pick stuff. It's so cute. So imagine that in your mind. And for when we do the podcast, this will be good stuff to describe. when inevitably one day we turn this also into a podcast. For people to
when
just
we
listen
live
to.
stream on the FM radio.
Yes,
they
the
they
FM
love
radio.
content that you can you need to have been listening to for an hour for it to make sense. Okay, so
Oh
in
my
addition
gosh.
to a name, which is a little bit maybe more involved, we will also choose a look by picking something from a series of pick lists. This mirrors the structure
Whoa.
of Wanderhome, which had a very similar set of
These are like ghost looks, though. So these are like what people see when they look at us.
yeah,
or
well, it's also
experience.
what we would see when we look at us because we're This is who we are now.
Oh.
We are these things.
We are these things.
We are these things. I'll pick a couple that I think are fun.
Yeah.
My character has porcelain falling from my face.
Falling from your face. Ooh. Like flakes, do you imagine?
Yeah, I think little chips fall off, and then maybe I'd like put them back in, you know?
Do you glue them back together?
I don't know that I have glue,
Maybe
but
not.
I think maybe there's some
Oh,
ectoplasm.
maybe you're always like putting them in very carefully and they keep falling.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, it's like applying powder to one's cheeks, but I'm just like pushing my face back in. And I think I have long tangled hair that others lovingly comb. And slow blinking eyes that I cannot control. What a horrible little creature I am.
Oh.
Whoa, DiCarlo, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs.
DiCarlo.
That was so nice of
Oh
you.
my God.
Thank you.
What a special day.
Also, Just Rob,
Ouch.
congrats on the 3-stream streak, by the way. Thanks for streaking on through with my favorite number 3. And welcome on into the Fang Gang.
We're gonna have some
Zernabog,
wheels to spin.
Harlock 3, Ugly Bad Good, Tonanot, and Eye Gouch. I love that Eye Gouch got one, who just followed before we just came live, and that's great. Thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs. If you are one of those lovely folks and you are in the Twitch chat, please do feel free to say thank you to DiCarlo if you feel so inclined. It's always nice.
Would be nice.
Yeah, so now we'll have 7 wheel spins to do once we start the game.
Wow, we're gonna have no time for anything else. We're just gonna be spinning wheels and making things happen.
You never know. It could just be me eating 7 Birdie Bots beans and then gagging on more sausage jelly beans. Ugh. The worst.
Amanda.
Ugh.
Also, hi, Locke the Fox. I don't know if we've said hello to you yet.
Hi,
Good
Locke.
to see you.
Okay.
Anthony, I noticed that you have made some. Oh no, it's Amanda who has made some selections. Maybe you have too. Yes, you both have. Nice work, everyone.
Did too,
Dad. While you two pick your last one, I will tell a goofy little story. I was a child in school. So goofy of me. And my brother had been brought along by my mother, who was like volunteering for the day. And my teacher, my like 3rd grade teacher, was calling people up who were sitting nicely to get pizza for like this pizza party. And she said, and Susan is sitting nicely. You should come up and get your pizza. And Jamal is sitting nicely. Jamal, come up and get your pizza. And after about the 3rd or 4th one, my brother, and this was deeply embarrassing at the time, my brother went,
the mic tried to censor you. What did you
and me.
And me.
And me.
And me. Which is the most adorable possible thing. Yeah.
I've got my looks. Can I tell them to you guys?
Yes.
Please do.
Okay. So, my character, whose name is May, I chose. I didn't say this either, but I've chosen a name that I will have to remember one day. But that doesn't actually tell me what my name is. So I've also gone ahead and chosen at least the first name, May, and I'm cooking on the last name. And I want to tell you how May is manifested into this house. May has, as she had in the living world, large glasses that cover half my face. But I think with death and heaven and the shrinking of everything else that is her, the glasses have gotten quite a lot larger. And I imagine that throughout the house, any large glassware, windows, things of broken glass, May's eyes will appear in them as she drifts across the house and looking through anything that might be glass-like. One of my looks was a need to hum and move my hands, which I just felt is very like, I just get that person. I have that energy. I can just see it. So that's May, just sort of always like,
Love that. I think that's great.
And finally, I guess I don't really know exactly what this means yet. Something else that shows how much I don't belong here. I like the idea of having something really kind of just strange and off-putting, but I don't know what it is yet. Does anything jump to mind for anybody? If not, I'll just
something else that shows how much I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Can you have like a halo?
That's kind of good. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. Sort of like, I don't imagine it like as a kind of like a blindingly bright light that I try to hide.
Yeah.
But that when you see May in her entirety, it's like this uncomfortably bright flickering light of the halo behind her head, and it like refracts through the large glasses and like shoots like disparate colors across the room.
I love that. That's really cool.
That's what I got.
I like
Amanda,
it.
Who you?
I don't know what my name is yet. Also,
Sorry.
Locke, congrats on the 3-stream streak. Thanks for streaking on through. Woo! So many 3-stream streaks in the chat today. I love it. Love to see it. Also, Reginald, thank you so much for subscribing over on YouTube. The sound of unseen jewelry. Dark footprints and handprints left on the wall.
Ooh.
And something else that shows how little of me remains. And I've kind of been playing with some ideas about like what that could be. Like I was thinking maybe I like leave ashes in places.
Yeah, I like that. The first thing I imagined was like dust that you leave behind. So like that matches for me.
Dust, yeah, or ash is what I was thinking.
I like ash better. What if you're like constantly kind of cindering up? Like what if you're constantly kind of burning away?
Yeah.
And leaving behind ash.
Yeah. Does that mean when people find it, it's like actual human remains? That'd be so creepy.
Yeah. I think you're being constantly cremated.
Oh my gosh. That's horrifying. I love it. I was thinking that, or I was thinking like I leave a little bit of ribbon, but then I was like, what am I, unraveling? What am I, a mummy?
That's kind of cool too, though.
I mean, it's
that
kind
is
of
cool.
It's a lot less menacing than leaving ash around, but I kind of like leaving ash around because it's very spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
A Silent
that's
Hill
cool.
effect, yes, very much so. We all kind of sound like we are creepy, silent. We belong in Silent Hill. Like we could be monsters, ghosts in that world that are haunting people for sure. Depending on what the people's sins were, I guess, because that's what Silent Hill is all about, right? It's like about your own sin manifesting and spooky things.
Silent Hill rules. I was just thinking about this the other day. Not really what we're here for, but also a little
Great for
tiny
our
bit
podcast.
A little
what we're
bit,
here for.
kind of. Just Rob has also done the conversion for us, by the way,
know.
on 37. So it's 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So Kurt, yes, you nailed it because you said 98.
Incredible.
I said I thought it was high 80s
Know your
or
boy
high
bands,
90s.
folks.
There you go, 98
Pays off.
degrees.
Just Rob, I want to know: are you 10 minutes behind in the stream and just catching up, or did it take you that long to like figure it out? You've been calculating.
Maybe just Rob is
crunching
just going
numbers.
back to the beginning because they got here a little bit later and they're like, I just
Exactly.
want to make sure I haven't missed anything, and they were like, I
Uh-huh.
need to let people know. It is true, we didn't do the conversion, so I appreciate you doing it for us retroactively here. And now we all
appreciate
know. And Anubis, if you're still here, there you go. We got it. I wrote
We got it.
I wrote it
Folks,
several
we got it.
times. Nice. Nice. Appreciate you, Rob. This is great. All right. Daniel, thank you. Daniel says,
Hi, Daniel.
Copper Kite, Anthony likes stories. You guys make Mondays awesome. Thanks, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Jeez.
You're part of it.
You are part of it. I was
Your
just about
fault.
to say that.
You're part of this.
You've made us do this. Just kidding. We do this to ourselves. We do this because we love it.
We did. I mean, when we started streaming, we had it was pretty much just us. So
Yeah.
When we started, yeah, it was like 3 of people. And so we were like, that's 2 of them is Anthony and Kurt, and then
Having
one
the stream
maybe
open,
other
yeah.
person. Does anyone remember the earliest days? That would have been like, what, like 2 years ago?
the other person was Rapala.
Probably,
that was our
yeah.
last.
Rapala, was it you? Were you number 3 in the
Paul's
chat?
been here the whole time.
Yeah, Rapala's
Okay.
been here a long time.
I've been choosing things because I'm just looking at this spicy little list
Nice.
and I'm
nice.
loving
I got a
it.
couple too. Amanda, you choose some things while Kurt tells us about
Okay,
this.
all right.
Yeah. So I've got two things that I can remember from like my living days. I remember a mirror showing a dark reflection behind me. And I remember a ring that belonged to someone else. I've also decided my name is Forrester, which is going to be, I want to say a beautiful and old name. And Forrester is going to be he, him as well. A little doll boy.
A little doll boy.
Little doll boy.
Cool. A mirror showing a dark reflection behind me. Crazy. A ring that belonged to someone else. Beautiful. Love it. The possibilities. Is it stolen? Is it a marriage ring that was given to you? So many options.
So many options.
I also have two memories that I get to pull on, and I had some really good prompts. And you have to remember that the returned character is like, I went to heaven and I got pulled back. And so there's the curiosity is why.
Why? Why?
Why? So
why?
One of the things I remember is a desperate prayer. And I think that is part of the key to why. Perhaps a deal that I made, but I did not see all the way through. And the second thing I struggled with, but I think I'm going to go with gently comforting someone. I think it is in May's DNA to comfort those who are hurt. And I think that keeps echoing and replaying now that we're in the haunt. There are many lost souls that need comforting, and that's what May is here for. Chris found something out.
Has anyone looked at their bonds yet? Because mine are all kinds of messed up.
So are mine.
Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, gosh.
What do you yearn for? The yearning ones are good too.
The yearning is really hard. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, these are all pretty brutal.
Me getting over an ex.
Can I tell you guys some more about me?
Yeah. What do you remember?
Okay. I remember a surgeon's sharp tools.
Oh.
Yeah. And I remember healing someone with my voice. There's also, like, a lot of, like, I remember the spotlight. I remember smiling for the camera. And I'm like, did I, like, accidentally choose the person that is the most, like...
I see. Yes, you chose yourself.
Performer. But yeah, I actively went away from those options because I was like, I don't want to play that. That sounds too much like my life. I don't want that.
Guys, one of my yearnings is to find a fragment of God.
Thank you, Michael, for subscribing on YouTube.
Thanks, Michael.
Sorry, say that again?
To find a fragment of God hidden in this haunt.
Whoa, that's hardcore.
Oh, that's sick.
It's sick. I kind of have to choose it. It's a little too high concept for like my going in instincts, but I think I might have to.
No, you got to do it. I mean, we're going to see where we end up with this.
Yeah. All right, well, it's chosen.
It's
okay,
chosen.
bonds. I want to hear some bonds, folks. I haven't quite chosen mine yet.
Okay. I have a bond with a music box containing half a soul.
What? Yeah. I didn't even know what the bonds were going to be. Okay. All right, there's things that you're connected to. I thought it was going to be bonds between us. Okay.
No, that we do have a relationship question that will connect our characters, but these are kind of, I guess the term NPC is appropriate.
Yeah, these are NPCs.
A music box containing half a soul.
And
I also
have a bond.
Oreos yesterday. This is true, Rob. I'm yearning for Oreos now. Oh no, it's happening again.
The cycle's repeating itself. No. We're trapped in this haunt.
What do I yearn for? Oreos. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Right, sorry. And I also have a bond with a doll made of many other dolls, trapped and despairing.
Oh.
What a horrible thing.
What the fuck? Wow. Okay, my bonds, I just got excited about them. A living sibling I left behind who maybe knows about the haunt and where to find me. And secondly, get ready for this, a silent angel in the attic.
Oh, yeah. Ooh yeah.
That's wild. Okay. Okay. I would say if we're asking between thin Oreos or double stuffed, I'm craving thin Oreos. Just I love thin Oreos. I mean, I also love double stuffed, but you know, if it's double stuffed, I kind of want it to be Fudgio. I know this is not what we're talking about, but
I gotta read the chat more because sometimes I get lost.
yeah, DiCarlo was asking thin or double stuffed. Oh man, this is like
I reject the
a
premise.
lot. Oh, you reject the premise?
Yeah, they're both just worse Oreos.
Oh, so you just want regular Oreos?
Yeah,
I
there's
thought you
a
meant in the game. I was like, we should incorporate Oreos into this game somehow. We'll see if it comes up.
I'm of the opinion that double stuffed Oreos should be the normal Oreos. I
Wow.
want Oreo inflation. Everything else is inflating. We need
What
Oreo
about the
inflation.
Oreos?
Just more stuff.
But then if double stuffed Oreos were the norm, if we had double stuffed Oreos, that's
Yeah.
quad stuffed Oreos. Do you think that's
Yeah.
too much? No, that's
No.
great. Okay.
That's great. Why would that be too much?
Anthony's like, you know what? Just leave the filling. I'll just take that bag of filling.
Who wants the cookies?
Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, I'm over here with my thin Oreos. Like, it's just all cookie. It's almost no Oreo. There's no filling in those, but
What's wrong
I
with
love
you?
lemon Oreos. Actually, Michael sent me in one of the boxes that I got a while ago. He sent me a thing of lemon Oreos because I was saying they're really hard to find, like here. Like I haven't seen any in
Oh,
Canada,
really?
and
I'm not
That was
familiar.
nice.
I savored those Oreos. I ate them all. They're gone now, but they're so good. They're so good. Oh, the guys, you're making me want snacks. Okay.
Well, what do you yearn for in game, Amanda? I see you've picked something.
I have. In the game, I yearn to become someone again.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh,
Which
I
Oh,
I
love
cuts.
this game.
was interesting because I could also have chosen that I want to basically like disappear. Like I would like to no longer exist. Find a way to cease to be.
damn.
And I thought both
Wow.
of those were really compelling in different ways. But I kind of like become someone again because it's actively the opposite of what's happening to me. It's like I'm literally fading and I'm like wanting to exist. And I just think that's what a beautiful struggle. My bonds are a mysterious person that speaks to me through a book that writes itself.
Ooh, ooh.
Sounds so weird. And
Love it.
a living tarot reader who comforts me with the cards, which I like.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Not
All right.
like
There's
that
too
new
much cool
horror
shit.
movie that's going to be tarot, which looks like it's going to be terrible and is all about people
Terrible.
dying. People dying from the cards, and like the cards come to life and then like kill people. And I'm
Oh,
just
this
like,
is just Ouija all over again.
yeah, basically. I wonder if it's made by the same people actually.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
We've got a relationship question that we're going to ask one of the other folks
Nice.
at our little table.
Kurt, you get to start.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
actually,
going to
Kurt,
ask.
before you do, what's your
Yeah.
yearning? I don't know if you ever actually said it. I think we might have missed
Oh,
it.
mine's simple. It's what we all want. To find a human body to control.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Classic. DiCarlo is asking what you're eating, Anthony.
Anthony.
Oh, that's a good question, actually, Carla. It's actually a salsa, a mango cucumber salsa that my lovely roommate made for me. But I finished all the chips, so now I'm just eating it with a fork, and it's delicious.
Also, Rob has suggested that I add the thin lemon Oreos to my wish list, which I will try to add those to my wish list. I don't think I can in Canada, but I'm gonna see. Are they even available?
You should put it on your
Who's to
tweet
say?
stream and get it like shipped in from Chicago. Like some poor Uber driver has to drive like 8 hours.
Oh my god. We have s'mores Oreos, but
S'morios.
s'moreos, yeah. But they're really expensive on Amazon. So I think maybe the best way is probably through one of those like snack stores.
Snack stores.
Yeah.
Snack stores.
There's the Snack Attack Vancouver. What a great. Oh, and they're quite reasonably priced.
That's
No
farther away from the
online
States.
shopping for snacks right now.
I can't help it. I was asked I must add these.
That's
but now
fair.
you guys
You're
are
just
making
doing
me,
your homework.
You guys are making me want Oreos now. This is what has happened. We should
chat's
play an
fault, Kurt.
Oreo RPG. I would be down for that.
That's our question, Anubis. Can the doll find a body? Can the faceless as well? Do they both want to be in the real world? We're going to find out.
Anubis,
We're gonna
get in
find
here.
out.
You need to narrate this game. We just need you in the background, just asking questions.
Anubis is keeping us on track, too. Anubis is like, these are the
That's
things you
true.
need to be asking.
Why
Not
are
the
we eating
Oreos.
11 Oreos?
I've got a question.
Yes.
For May.
Oh.
Okay.
May, why do you think I'm a liar? Why do you still like me?
Ooh, I like that question. Why do I think you're a liar, and why do... Okay, I see. I am looking for secrets in the haunt. I think I've been brought back here to this place for a reason. There must be a fragment of God, of the beyond, trapped here somewhere that I can redeem myself with. But when I asked you if there were any secrets to find, you told me there wasn't anything that I didn't know about. And only then did I find the doll made of other parts that is trapped away in a box on the second floor.
Woo.
Why do I still like you, though? I think I can see... I think you remind me of the person I loved most when I was alive. And they also did terrible things. And so I know that people who do terrible things are still loved.
That's cute.
In a sense.
Well, the optimistic part of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
the
not
worst part is
all
nice.
of it.
I said too many things, Kurt, and then I made you try to write it in a box on a spreadsheet.
That's true.
Do you want to ask a question, Amanda, or do you want me to?
Me?
You.
Yes, I will ask a question. I would like to ask... Forrester. How do I make you sad?
Ooh. At least when pieces of me flake off and fall away, I can put them back together. You don't even have that. You're a wisp, so far removed from what's here. And I remember one night we were speaking to each other, and I said, I can't wait to get out of this, to get back. And you said you felt the same way. And that just made me feel pity.
So you pity me. That's how I make you sad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Amanda sounded for real angry.
I'm a little insulted.
So you pity me.
So you
You pity me.
Pity me. Alright, I have a question for Amanda when you finish typing over there. Ooh, is your character's name Lou?
Yeah, Lou.
Okay. They, them pronouns, yeah?
They,
Cool.
them pronouns. My name is a fragment of a name.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good choice for a name fragment.
Yeah,
Lou.
that's really good. Okay. I think this is the question I want to ask you. Why don't you believe me about heaven? And why do you want to?
Wow, that's a great question. Why don't I believe you about heaven, and why do I want to?
Yes, correct.
I think I don't believe you about heaven because I feel that there is nowhere left to go. As I feel myself approaching a sort of end where there will be nothing left. And considering how much I've lost, I don't feel like an attachment, as though those parts of me have gone elsewhere. And so I feel that I am nearing the point of just absolution in the sense of complete dissolution. And I think that I would like heaven to be real because it's the idea of being whole again, to me, is what it represents. But I just don't see that as a possibility for myself.
That's gorgeous. I love
Sick.
that.
Don't we have sad little stories, but we're also kind of freaks? Okay. We've got characters, folks. We've got characters, but you know what else we frickin' need? We need a room. Everybody is in charge of a room. One of 6 rooms. And like our characters, but much faster, we are going to be choosing a couple pieces of aesthetic and a couple unsolvable problems in the room of our choosing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Really.
Amanda doesn't believe you about the room this game. Oh, really?
Is that so?
I was just gonna say I did add the lemon Oreos, so just so everyone knows they're there. If you guys wanted to check them out, there's a place in Vancouver that does sell them. So there you go. Wait a minute, Costco has these candy cans. Okay, I need to stop looking, but.
Amanda, was the "oh really" just you not even knowing what I said? Are plants nice?
No, I did hear what you said. I am listening, just with my eyes. I'm looking at snacks, but I am very much listening to what we're talking about in the stream.
Very much.
I will come back. I'm here. I'm here with you guys. I do
I'm
need
mostly
to look
here
at
to
these
tease
candy
you.
cans at some point, though, because they're really good, guys. They got these Wonka candy cans. They taste so good. There's 0 sugar in them. Will they kill me? Probably still, but they're so good. If you guys had candy cans,
I don't know what a candy can is.
it tastes like candy, but it's just like a spritzer. Like it's just like a water with flavoring basically in it. But it tastes like, if it says bubble gum, it literally tastes like bubble gum. If it says cotton candy, it literally tastes like cotton candy.
Is it just like a soda or a pop?
Yeah, it's like a soda, but it's like...
But it's like full candy.
Yeah, it's just like a soda water. But it tastes like full candy. 0 sugar.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Anyways.
Here are the rooms.
We should start. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we've got the attic, the study, the garden, the parlor, the basement, and the lost room. These are the places that we may visit, but we will only be maybe visiting 3 of them because there are 3 of us, and each of us will get 1 room.
Oh, we each only get 1 room? Oh, boy. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, dang.
We usually get 1 room in the house that's ours?
This is like, no, as a player, this room is sort of your responsibility.
Oh, my responsibility.
Wait, Kurt, I have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it like Wander Home where we're going to choose 3 rooms and then they're going to all coexist on top of each other for the duration of the game? Or are we going to 1 room, something's happened in that room, we go to another room, something happens in that room?
Like
that one.
So it's kind of like Bluebeard's Bride, where we're like moving through the house.
Sure.
And, like, we go from one place to the next.
Okay, cool.
Just imagine we're a sitcom that only has 3 sets. And sometimes we're in one of the 3 sets, and sometimes we're in a different one.
Oh, but so we can go back to other rooms.
Yeah. We're not crossing them off our list here.
Okay.
This is just, these are the places that things can happen.
Got you. So different than Bluebeard's Bride in the sense that game, it's like you kind of go there once. I mean, I don't know if there's anything in the rules against going back, but I've never played a game where people go back. You probably wouldn't want to go back in that game, I guess. That's the thing. You, like, survive a room.
Just Rob asks us which room has Colonel Mustard in it, and I feel like the answer has to be the study.
Probably.
It feels like the answer to that.
Okay, well, Dibsy's on the attic for a room that...
Yeah, we need an attic. You've got an angel up there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we've got 1.
Should we choose all of them, or do we want to flesh out the attic first? Or are we all going to create our own rooms? I'm really not paying attention.
We can all create our own rooms. That sounds fun. And it sounds like multitasking, which...
It sounds fast.
You gotta love that for a game that that we are doing as a one-shot, but which may not consider itself that.
It is the thing that you could play. You could play this game as a campaign.
Hydrate.
Oh, thank you, Anthony.
Thank
you, whoever clicked hydrate, but also Anthony for telling us.
Rapala, the king.
The hydration king.
Amanda, what room are you gonna choose?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually would. Now that you asked.
Oh, really?
That would be great if you could tell us.
You're so
Yeah.
uncooperative today.
Well. Let me see. Is it on the play sheet? Oh, no, it's in the rooms. That's why. I was like, this isn't in here.
Yes, tab 3.
Tab 3.
Tab 3 on the 5-tab spreadsheet.
Guys, one of the aesthetics in the attic is wedding attire that dances by itself in the moonlight.
Ooh. 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 I love garden, parlor, and basement, so really feeling open here.
Yeah.
Creed says that about his own home.
I
I love garden, parlor, and basement.
I think I'm
Those
gonna
are the
take
3 places in my house.
the parlor if you're cool with that. I like
Please.
parlor, but I also like Lost Room. Lost Room seems cool.
Lost Room seems scary. Can we choose that one?
Do you
You
want
want me to choose it?
Scary Room?
I don't know. I was wondering if we could. It's in black on my spreadsheet,
It
and so it makes
is.
me scared. I'm like,
Not a
"Ah!"
mistake. Not a mistake. It's the place that's, I think, closest to
Spooky.
horrible things.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Which is not to suggest that it shouldn't be chosen, but if we do choose in that one, our story will be fundamentally more fucked up.
Right.
I feel like there's some fucked up threads that maybe need fucked up places to go. So I could see why it would fit. But also, we don't have to push all the way there. Maybe it doesn't happen.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get rid of the garden and the study because we've got
But
our
you love garden.
parlor. Amanda said parlor, question mark. Did that happen?
Well, I mean, I said parlor or Lost Room is kind of what I was thinking. That's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
Ooh,
You said
what's
you
it gonna
liked
be,
garden or parlor or basement.
That is true. I did say that.
And Anthony, you're going with the attic?
Amanda? Locked in on attic from the beginning.
Locked in. Let me see.
You know what? I can do Lost Room. I can be freaky Lost
wanna
Room
do
type
Lost
guy
Room?
type man. I'll be
All right.
Lost Room
Well,
and
then
you
I'll
can be
stick
parlor.
with parlor.
And we'll do it. We'll make it happen. We'll have a freaky little story.
I was about to say, you don't have to be freaky if you don't want, because I'm willing to be the freaky one, but...
Never mind. There's no joke I can
freakier?
make that would be the right joke to make right now.
They're all good, Kurt.
I mean, in a way, are we all not freaky?
Wow. Such insight.
Wow. I'm glad you said that because
Those
now I
eyebrows
feel like
away,
I have a
Amanda.
deeper understanding. Okay. Everyone needs to choose 2 to 3 aesthetics for their room.
Okay. DiCarlo is asking, is the parlor like a living room or a den? It's, I don't know if you're asking actually, like living room or den, but,
I don't know. I've literally never gone to a place and someone's been like, join us in the parlor.
Welcome to my parlor.
I guess because I don't hang out with like gajillionaires.
The description for the parlor, if you would like to know, DiCarlo, says memories covered in faded glamour and wrapped up in cracked laughter. What is left to barely shine remains here in the parlor. Here there was once beauty, painted and measured, glorious and displayed for all to see. It is here where time is most deceitful, hanging precariously on desire unspoken.
Ooh.
I'll read out Lost Room as well,
Yeah,
since
sweet.
we're all wondering what's going on there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Memories deemed precious are hidden away in puzzle boxes and secret compartments. What is left to stay hidden forever remains here in the Lost Room. Sometimes, through intention or accident, a haunt loses one of its rooms. It forever belongs to those who haunt the house, never to be reached by the living again. It is here where time is frozen, cracked and heavy with memory.
Seems about right.
Yeah, everybody's got one of those.
Yeah. We've all been there. We've all been there.
Verna Bog says, sounds like the place I work.
What does that mean?
A real roast of wherever you work.
Where do you work? You gotta tell us now.
You don't need to dox yourself. All workplaces are unpleasant. We've been there.
That's fair. Yeah, don't dox yourself. But I mean, if you want to share any more details on where you work,
But if you want to dox yourself,
Don't tell us specifically where you work. Don't give me the address or anything. But if you want to give us a category of what it is, maybe I can't imagine. I mean, I guess I can imagine. Yeah, I guess we all have had places that have been challenging to work at. So
I need
enough.
everyone to share in this experience with me. Tully said, imagine no sauce or cheese on a pizza. That's the lost room. But Tully said afterwards, talking about the parlor, surely, it's similar to a den. But I read it all as one thought, which was a great experience for me.
I like the idea that a den is spiritually a pizza with no sauce or cheese. Like
That is what a den is like.
It's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that.
Oh god.
Lanique, thank you. I don't do audiobooks anymore unless they're for RPGs. But I am the voice of a Russian to English language learning app. So if you're
great?
learning English,
You might hear Kurt's voice if that's
you might hear my voice.
I mean, I think my favorite is, although we haven't seen Cedric in a while, when Cedric would come around and talk about how Mariah, his wife, just loved your voice so much, Kurt. And also, didn't Isaiah, their son, love your voice
Also
too?
paid attention. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Obsessed.
too much for my ego. I shouldn't be indulged that much.
do have a
No
great
one should tell
voice.
me they like it
You do have a great voice.
that much.
Also, I hope Cedric as well. I'm just sending out positive
So do I.
thoughts wherever
Yeah,
Cedric
we're vibing out to Cedric.
is. Yeah.
Anybody have a ho ho ho? The attic has made choices. What do you got in that aesthetic situation there, Anthony?
Let me tell you. So I already hinted at the first one. We do have wedding attire that dances by itself in the moonlight.
Creepy.
But I want to be very careful here that it's only when the beams of moonlight come in through the windows and hit the old wedding attire, a beautiful moth-eaten gown, a fine three-piece suit, do they slowly animate, standing up, beginning to sway in the movements. Those windows that moonlight comes in through, it actually comes in refracted colors of all sorts, bright blues and deep reds, because ever since the newest inhabitant of the attic, the silent angel, appeared, the windows of the attic have become brightly colored stained glass. The longer it's here, the more intricate the glasswork becomes. And that's one of more of our aesthetics. And finally, this silent angel watches over something. Whatever its purpose is hinted at by a dollhouse. In fact, many dollhouses that are now arranged across the attic. There's an entire diorama of the town here, with tiny dolls that move along with the actions of the real people in the town. And if you look carefully at the dollhouse in the corner, there's versions of each of us, tiny doll versions that move through the house, and the angel watches and watches.
Ooh. That's good.
What do we even look like in this house?
I'm not sure what you look like.
I feel like I'm a lot of sounds, so...
Wait, hold on. Critical question. Is this an attic with a ladder or stairs? Asks DiCarlo.
It's a ladder situation for sure.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
The latter, but the former.
Yeah.
I need one more unsolvable problem.
You don't, if you don't want it.
Oh, that's true. It says choose 1 to 2. My first unsolvable problem is that the tiny people in the town cause mischief. Maybe outside of the attic. That occasionally they escape and do things. Yeah.
Sick.
It looks like the lost room is fully decked out.
Yeah. So the Lost Room has a small collection of books that detail what happens when we die.
Yeah.
That's
so cool.
Yeah. It's got dozens of candles lit by ghostly fire, glimmering in the dark, and it's got a small shrine to an old and starving godling. There are some problems here, though. Those aren't problems. Those are nice. The problems, there's an old ritual that will suddenly repeat itself, offering a dire omen, and a single ornate mirror catches our thoughts and memories, displaying them for all to see.
Wow.
Cool as heck.
Yeesh. Who wrote this game? Rae?
The author's name, is Rae.
Nedjadi.
Let me just, yeah, Temporal Hiccup on socials if you're looking to follow someone.
Yeesh. Dang.
Do you want to say the moves of your room?
Well, what's Amanda got there? It seems like we've got some already chosen ideas
I
here.
have some things. Evil Webline, thank you so much for subscribing. Resubscribing. 18 months! Evil Webline says, minor distraction. Success on that minor distraction play. 8
wheel spins if I'm correct.
that we're going to have to do,
okay.
yeah.
My God, sir.
This is going to be a game that is going to start with a lot of craziness, and I'm so
Well, we
here
can pace him, I think. We can,
I mean, we can also, we'll figure it out. But 8, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about these fantastic wheel spins. Yes, I have some things. I'm just looking at the problems right now.
Do you want a second for that?
Yeah, maybe just give me a second for this.
Sweet. Okay, so we've got a couple of moves that each room can do, and it's like something that the room does to one of us. This game has tokens, which you get when usually you do something hard or something bad happens to you. You gain some currency in the world of the story, and then you can spend them to accomplish things, make things easier, make something special happen. So for all the moves of the rooms, if you accept whatever the room offers to you, you gain a token. So here they are. The attic can ask someone to dance, sing, or make enough noise for the living to hear us. Ooh. They can ask someone to look through the window and describe what they see. Or ask someone to dive into the abandoned items in the attic and make up stories or reveal hidden truths. Everyone who does the same gains a token. Or ask someone to deal with a problem of the attic. Or ask someone to find something unexpected. Those are cool.
They're cool. Every room has some options, and the book is clear that these can be literal or metaphorical things that the room can ask to do.
Cool.
Amanda, I see that the parlor is complete. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yes, I will tell you about it. So, we have a chandelier that a broken angel hangs from. A tarot deck containing a swarm of mismatched souls. An old board game that plays itself again and again.
Ooh.
And then
Nice.
So those are all our aesthetics. And then for the unsolvable problems, we have Lady Snowblood, who sips tea while demanding we entertain him constantly.
Lady Snowblood has the most confusing pronouns. I love it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm assuming that's intentional.
I'm 100% confident it is.
Same. The ghost made of fear and spite that hides under the carpet and whispers terrible things. Which should be really fun. For us
Okay, we've got a lot of toys to play with.
Yeah, seriously.
So, one more then.
One more!
We've done all the things we need to do to get ready to go. But there's something I haven't mentioned, which is that each of our characters has what's called a lure. If anyone does what is described in our lure, then they receive a token from the communal pile, not from us. As an example, my character, Forrester, when someone asks me to sing a song or tells me a white lie, they earn a token. Okay. So everyone has something which is inviting others to engage with them in this way. What are your lures, folks? It is written just above your choose a name.
Mine is when someone asks me to comfort them or tells me why they don't believe in heaven, they earn a token. Perfectly set up.
Ooh.
Above our name? In our playbook?
Under the description.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, the choose a name. Got it. When someone asks me to see their true face or tells me one of their true names, they earn a token.
Asks me to see their true face. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess you don't have much of a face to show anyway. Okay, and I will just say we won't read them out because there's too many and they're too cool. But there are 3 kinds of moves that we can do in this game as our characters. We can do anything we want, but there's 3 types of moves that we can often and regularly do. Neutral moves are things which we can just at any time do. For me, it would be I can break and lose a part of myself, so stuff like that. We just often do this. Then there are moves called vulnerable moves. If we do one of these, we get a token. What are all these tokens for? You may ask. We can spend tokens to do a strong move, which is some kind of gesture which will be more powerful, which will shape the story in a big way. It's like a huge flag being planted in the ground that says this moment is important. And it's often a little freaky or powerful or weird. These are our characters, these are our options, and to begin the game, we are going to figure out how we want to start our first scene. So we've got to choose 2 to 3 main characters, maybe even 1 if we want, and decide who's in the scene and where's it happening. Whoever's room it is that it's happening in, they're going to be also being their room. So they'll be operating the room stuff.
DiCarlo must leave, so I'm going to spin the wheel now, and then we can write them down.
That makes sense. DiCarlo has done so much. Let's do a few.
Yes, we'll do some spins for you, DiCarlo. So we have 6. So before you go, I'm going to spin this wheel 6 times, and we're going to write down what we get. And then if we have any questions for you, you may answer them if you would like before you go. And if not, we will use our best judgment in your place. Also, thank you for all of the subs. Name the NPC. So if there is an NPC that we've talked about for any of these characters, or just a name that you like.
Or just a name. We've got a freaky, horrible doll, a music box with half a soul, a mysterious person speaking through a book, a living tarot reader, a living sibling.
We've got that ghost.
A silent angel.
A silent angel. We got a ghost that's under a carpet that's saying terrible things.
True.
Also,
we've got so many.
Jason Keith, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. So that's 1. A flashback scene for DiCarlo. That's 2.
We can start with a flashback scene.
I like that. DiCarlo, if there's any color you would like me to change the lights to. That's 3. I'm going to gift a sub. That's 4.
Wow.
I have to eat a bean. That's 5. I'll do that in a second. Respin. Change the lights. All right. If you have maybe a color you want for the mic.
We have gotten light color. We've got orange.
Orange? All right. Do you want both the lights orange, or do you just want one orange? And I'll eat this bean right now.
Bean time.
Okay, Google.
Lights, bean, NPC, flashback.
Lights.
And lights?
Lights, bean, NPC, flashback.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Oh. Google, I wasn't talking to you. 2 lights, 1 bean, which I'm going to eat right now, this one. Oh, Oops. It looks like it could be a sausage.
Is that good or
2
horrible?
Lights, an NPC, a flashback, and I got a gift a sub.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then we don't need 2 lights because you did 6.
What is it?
Oh,
worse than sausage?
Sausage or vomit? I'm not sure. But it's not good.
It's hardly better.
One can lead to the other if you just believe.
It's terrible.
Oh, Amanda.
Mike red, background orange. Okay, thank you. Oh, God.
I can only imagine what this is like for you. Because one time we went for breakfast, all 3 of us, because we were all cute.
Okay,
And
Google, change
Amanda
the
didn't even
toys.
want to eat any of the normal things that were there. So the
That
idea
is
that you
true.
have to eat something terrible.
Well,
Rough.
normal's in quotation marks because it was a vegan restaurant.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Oh, is that when we went for breakfast and they were like, "But what will you actually have for breakfast?" Because I got a like chocolate croissant, and I was like, "That's my breakfast."
You have witnessed my breakfast, sir. It is
Yeah.
this.
The server seemed very concerned about the fact that I was going to eat a chocolate croissant for breakfast, but I was
They
like, "Don't
seemed
worry,
generally concerned.
I'm still alive. I'm still doing okay. I do this all the time."
She's still here, so
Yeah.
She's still
All
here.
worked out.
She's kicking.
You know what though? It's not the first server that I've had that's been concerned about whatever I've been ordering as a meal. People are like, "But don't you want like food?" And I'm like, "That's what I'm gonna have." Don't worry. Vomit sausage, yum. Yes, so good. Time roller, so good. Okay.
DiCarlo, do you
I'm gonna
have
gift a sub.
any names or I don't know? You could give
Over
a
on
prompt for
Twitch.
the flashback potentially if you've got something.
Yeah.
Some place.
Well,
or...
we can probably start off with a little flashback to get us limber.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
Can
do
this
it.
be maybe the moment the returned arrives?
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like maybe the others are here already.
All right. That sounds good.
Oh, I think this is just like a really brief thing, right?
Okay.
What is the first thing you see?
I think. Oh wait. What's the first thing I see?
Yeah.
Good question. Okay. I think I see. I think I see one of you. Which one of you wants to be there, looking up at me?
Oh, it's my horrible little doll face.
Oh,
It's your
great.
little doll face. I think that's what I see. And you see two great circles of glass, with like blinding white light shining through them, that have appeared, perhaps in the middle of the parlor.
Would you brush me?
Rush you.
The doll holds out a little comb. My hair. I can't brush it by myself.
The light sort of on its own accord reaches out and grabs the brush and starts to stroke it through your hair, which I think kind of like pulls and yanks, sort
Ow.
of very unpleasantly. Is this hell?
No, but you're not doing it right.
I'm sorry. Let me try again. And softer this time. I brush through your hair.
This isn't hell. This is our haunt. And I think that's just our little scene.
Nice.
Thanks to Carlo. Whoa, Amanda's gifted a sub. Thanks,
Whoa.
Amanda.
I gifted a
Done.
sub.
Better
As for
spin the wheel.
spin.
Spin the wheel.
No, it doesn't trigger it.
Infinite subs.
Infinite subs. Duncan Mallory, welcome on into the Fang Gang. If you are in chat, enjoy. And if not, enjoy in the future. You are saved from the ads. Whew. That's what we all wish. Also, I like that Tully offered to be our wheel spinner and said that they are willing to relocate, which I love. Definitely will consider that application when we get to the place where I
Very good
can
application.
afford to have a wheel spinner, which I think would be excellent, honestly. What if we had a giant wheel and it was just like, all right, now over to the wheel?
Price is Right style.
I would love that. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Don't make too many segments or I won't think of cool things to put on it.
I feel like for
Just
that
got
one, we'd
4
have to have
sections.
like set wheels where it's like, oh, now it's the RPG stream. I gotta put the wheel,
Roll out
change
the
the
wheel.
wheel.
Roll
over
out
it.
the new wheel. Wow. When you make it, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
People will be like, what do you spend your money on for your business? I'm like, making custom wheels for my streams.
Anthony, what's May's pronouns again?
She, her.
She, her. Cool.
I didn't put it anywhere.
Okay, so we need to play a game. We need to choose who's in the first scene and where we want it to be happening.
Does anybody have any flashes of something they're like, oh, I know I want this to happen that we should start from?
Also, yes, thanks to Carlo. If anyone has any ideas for names.
One idea is maybe you guys haven't been to the attic. What if I showed you the attic for the first time? Because I'm worried about what's happening up there.
I
Yeah.
like it.
That sounds great. I think it's hard for me to get up there.
The ladder's too hard for you?
Mm-hmm.
We could carry you up, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
I think
know.
that's
I
the
don't know if
beginning
I
of
have
the scene.
limbs, but
we all struggle with sort of the corporeal elements.
I mean,
We
I
do
just-
all have ghostly abilities. They're just
Right.
underneath your vulnerable moves,
Right.
if that suits you.
So we've chosen who's in the scene. I think everybody. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
Where the scene's taking place. We're in the attic. Who else is in the scene? Well, I mean, the angel's there, along with the tiny mini-me's that inhabit the attic. Yeah, I think we know what it's about.
That makes a great deal of sense to me.
You are carried on invisible hands as you are Forrester, as you sort of levitate up the attic. And there's this old trapdoor on the ceiling that I think, Lou, Forrester, you've passed by many times. You've felt its energy. You know it's here, but you've never really bothered to open it. Feeling like maybe you shouldn't. Carefully, May opens it, and we emerge into the attic. The attic is busy. It feels full, like you almost can't fit inside it. And around the outside of the room, there are boxes, chests, stacks of old books that are melting away, a host of moths that live here. And even in our uncorporeal sense, as we emerge into this room, we upset them, and they fill the air. Moths here and there, going through you, past you, landing on top of your broken porcelain.
My eyes are scanning over this new space, not entirely of my own accord, in that way that those vintage dolls sometimes do, where if you just move it a little bit in the strange way, the eyes kind of find their new equilibrium. So I turn my head to thrust the eyes with it, and they blink, and they blink.
Because the light is too strong at the end of the room. There is a beacon. A humanoid beacon, just a column of bright light at one side of the room, past a set of sort of makeshift curtains that have been raised up in the room.
Lou, did you get up here too? I can't see you. It's too bright.
yes.
What do we see of you?
I think you just see of Lou a couple hands and feet and like a shimmering bit of cloth in between them. Lou is what you would describe as being a sort of tall figure if they were a figure. But right now they're kind of just like limbs that float.
I like that. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to show you. This. And the glasses shift forward, the dangling feet, almost lifeless, that sort of part of May's body, shifts forward, and she pushes aside the curtains. Now you can see that beacon of light clearly. And around it, a small version of a town. And maybe you're not familiar with it. Does anybody recognize that this is the place that we live?
Yeah, I don't think Forrester knows why, but looking out over this small model, Forrester cranes his neck way up, as far up as this stiff body can move it, and then holds there, just transfixed by this model. It's amazing. It's real.
I think it is. But look. And May points past the houses to the dollhouse at the back, right in front of the beacon of light. Can you see in the top? There we are.
Oh, ha! And Forrester like totters over stiffly and then points to the small, little tiny figures in this top section. It says, "That one's me." And the little arm moves. "And that one's you. And that one's you." And saying that last little point towards May's figure, I think that Forrester is going to do one of their vulnerable moves. He can gain a token when he uses a ghostly ability with great consequence. And one of my ghostly abilities is possess and control any doll in the area. So, seizing with a sort of like pointed little porcelain finger, Forrester starts moving your doll around in the little attic. You move with it.
Forrester, no! And I'm just getting thrown across the room. I like smash into the nearby window and blow the curtains open. The moonlight coming through begins to animate the wedding dress lying on the floor. And I just sort of like ripped away again. Forrester, stop, please, stop, please.
But it's fun.
I think that Lou is going to use this moment where everyone else, where you're both clearly busy with each other, to use their ghostly ability with great consequence and listen to the truth of an object or a room. And is going to listen to the truth of the town, the miniature map of the towns.
Okay, interesting. Is there something that you overturn? Somebody you notice? Is somebody coming to the house, or
I
is there
think
something like wrong or off?
there is a dark presence that is connected to the town, and it feels like it's connected to this room as well, like some kind of demonic being that perhaps has more power than like all of us combined.
What if the way you notice it is that there's this bright light of the angel, but none of it makes it into the shadows of the house?
Yeah.
Maybe especially this top room.
Yeah. And I think maybe Lou also hears like a whispering but can't quite make out what it's saying as they sense this by putting one of their hands onto the map, and they pick it up, leaving a dark handprint on the table there, and urge their friends, saying, "This is exactly what they want for us to do. We need to get out of here. This place is not safe right now."
Tell him that!
And Forrester pouts, but like drops the doll.
As I collapse on the ground, getting up, the light catches the glasses, and the right frame, the right glass is cracked right down the center like a lightning bolt. You broke me.
I break all the time. It's not a big deal.
I don't know if I'll be allowed back. I'm broken.
May, there's nowhere back to go.
What do you mean? I saw it. It's perfect. There, you dance like water always.
There can't be a perfect place, May. Because we're not perfect, and the world isn't perfect, and it can't be real. I'm going to take a token for telling you why I don't believe in heaven.
I love that. I think May kind of like just ignores you, tries to shake it off. She doesn't want to hear what you're saying. Lou, you said it's dangerous? I was worried about this place. I don't know why it, and she looks at the angel, is here, or what it's doing.
I think Lou is going to say, we've always known that there was darkness in this house. I don't know where it's coming from yet, but it's clearly touched this room and this map. But I think perhaps if we are to ask around, we might be able to find out more about it. And considering that we're already dead, I don't think anything worse can really happen to us here.
Should we ask Ophanim? And if you follow the direction that Forrester is pointing, it's towards that angel. That strange angel.
Not speak its name.
Oh, I'm going to also take a token for reaching out to whisper a kind truth.
That's nice. Someday I'll do
nice.
something that's not horrible.
That
How
might...
do you know its name?
Ophanim is an old name for angels. And this angel seems like it's got a cycle. Ophanim's the angel of wheels. So we should call it that.
Who were you? You know things that dolls shouldn't know.
He gets a sour sort of expression, which looks really odd on his little doll face. He says, dunno, don't remember.
I think Orphanim's now paying attention to the doll. A bright white hand emerges, reaching for you.
I'm going to do the vulnerable move. Share a secret that's not yours to share. And I'm going to say, don't touch me with that hand. It's not always done good things, has it?
The hand stops. This is enough of a truth, I think, to stop an angel. And instead, it reaches into the house, the dollhouse. There's a tinier version of you that can be grabbed more easily. You feel this like pressure on you, I think. And I think you're just tossed away across the attic. And you fall into the abandoned items in the corner. I'm going to invite you, if you would like, to make up, reveal hidden truths, make up stories about something you might find there.
Ooh.
As you think about it, perhaps, I don't know what Lou and May are doing in response to this.
That's a question.
I wish I could hold your hand. Can I hold your hand?
I think Lou offers their hand to you.
And May takes it, and when she does, she starts to sort of shake it back and forth, humming a little song.
But I think as you take the hand, it starts to kind of crumble under your grip.
Oh no, no, Lou, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's no, don't apologize. Everything has a time and a place, and sometimes time wears us all down. I've been around for a long time. It's all right, child.
No. And with one eye on the angel, I think May scoops up the pieces of ash that have now fallen to the ground that were once Lou's hand. No, we need to keep these. I'm going to put you back together. I think if there's a little of you left, you can still go to the sky.
I think, well, Lou just, whispered a kind truth again. But...
You whispered kind truths all over the place.
I know.
Push those buttons.
But I think they're gonna reveal a secret weakness or shame as well, and respond. If there is a heaven, it's not a place for someone like me anymore.
Ooh.
It may have never been a place that I was destined to go. Perhaps that's why I'm here and crumbling.
I'm not sure everybody who's supposed to go goes. Or everyone who goes is supposed to go.
And I think at that, we see, in an ungainly sort of maneuver, Forrester stumbles out of the box. Part of Forrester, I think, there's like the back, a little back piece of hair and porcelain scalp that's sort of chipped away, but Forrester can't see that, so it's left behind. But Forrester's holding up a ring. Holds it up to Lou and says, "You know, if you wear this, it should help keep you together. This ring used to be important, I think."
I think Lou will accept the ring. And they slip it onto one of their small fingers.
In an unusual moment of candor, I think Forrester says, "This used to be somebody else's, but it can be yours now. I remember a ring that used to be somebody else's, and it was important for me too. Hey, it fits."
Just fits. It's maybe a good thing I squeezed too tight.
I think that Lou is going to suggest that we leave the attic and say, well, I feel like we have more questions that need to be answered.
It's funny as you say that. The door to the attic, the trap door, opens of its own accord. And you can see the bright white hand open the little miniature trap door and begin to shuffle the three figures towards the hole in the dollhouse.
Can Lou turn into a slide?
Can he? Can they?
I can lose my form and become an object for now.
Great.
Sure.
So can I be a
Yeah.
slide? Lou's gonna turn into a slide that extends out of the trapdoor so that May and Forrester can get down to the ground without having to traverse the stairs. And also so that Lou doesn't have to traverse the stairs, which is kind of awkward when you're just arms and legs. Also, Kilowog and Len, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. And thank you for the hydrates, the posture check, the stretch.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We slide down, and the attic door closes behind us. Snap.
Great. Well, that was fun. Oh, it's so much creepier than I even expected. That's great. We were trying to discuss before the stream started if this would count as horror or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Turns out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's a little bit whimsical, a little bit horror the way we're playing it right now, I think. A little bit, like, philosophical, I feel like, as well, because we're just kind of talking about, like, death and such.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, then, our next scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got to go to the parlor next, just because of development.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that makes sense to me.
That.
I don't know what happens there, or who's there.
Well, we know Lady Snowblood. He might be there, and
I love that guy.
the ghost made of fear and spite that hides under the carpet and whispers terrible things probably is there.
I would love for one of the two living characters to be here, and it definitely makes sense, I think, if it's the tarot reader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Now, when you say they're here, are they always here, or have they just come to visit this haunt?
Ooh, like, do they live here? What if they did?
Yeah, I like it. Let's wonder what if they did. Remind me of this tarot reader. A living tarot reader who comforts me with the cards. Interesting.
And for those tuning along at home, me in this case is Lou.
Also, for those tuning in, currently, those two have 3 and 4 tokens, and I have 0. I am very bad at playing these sorts of games. I will learn.
Interestingly, at the end of the game, there is a use for tokens that you have left over. So don't worry about spending them too much, because there is some fun end game stuff if we've got enough.
Well,
Very interesting.
Do we want a name for this tarot reader?
Yes, I think the tarot reader is named... Well, actually, wait, we have wheel spins. Let's see if we get another NPC. We still have 3 wheel spins left, don't we?
We should be, I think 2, because there were 8, and you did 6 by accident when you were supposed to be doing 5.
I think I was supposed to do 6, because DiCarlo resubscribed, and then gifted 5.
And then gifted 5.
Yeah. I see.
And then we have 1 for Angelus, and we have 1 for Evil Webline.
Okay, so 2 more.
All right. Angelus, you're up next if you're still here.
Yeah.
If you're not, we've got a lot of angel stuff that's already happened.
Oh,
so.
I'm going to gift a sub. Another sub.
Oh. Generosity knows no bounds.
Yeah. Apparently today the gods have said more subs for you to
There's
gift.
no gods. Only that freaky godling.
You get a token.
No. Okay.
All right.
So then one
gifting
more
a
spin.
sub. One more spin.
I want to name... I have got a thought for this name if we don't get name an NPC, which is unlikely.
For Evil Webline, it is Spinner's Choice.
Oh,
my.
Also,
Evil Webline.
Volrod 007, welcome on into the Fang Gang, my friend. You just got gifted a sub. Welcome on.
Woo!
Yeah, so this is, Spinner's Choice. So Evil Webline, if you were still here, just to reiterate, there is a flashback scene, some rhyming dialogue, name the NPC, especially if you would like to name this tarot card reader, that could be cool. Make me eat a birdie bot's bean, change the lights, something lovely will happen, make me gift a sub, something awful will happen, and those are your options. Or a respawn.
Might want to refresh that old camera. Oh, never mind. It's back. It's back.
Oh my gosh, it did the thing it does. Where it
did
zooms
the thing.
in.
It just wants to get a closer view.
It just
What's
likes
going
it.
on there, says the camera.
Oh?
There we go. Oh wait. Sorry. There we go. Perfect. Much better. Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
So yeah, if Evil Webline is here, they can choose. But we'll give them a moment to consider if they're
they
here.
can come on in. So, Kurt, did you have an idea for this tarot reader?
Yeah, I was thinking, well, we've got several NPCs that could be named.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking maybe, even if we don't name her, I feel like her, first of all. And I
Okay.
also think that maybe she is,
Ooh,
she's like a subletter. Like
okay.
she lets out a room.
Oh,
She is yeah, there's like a family that lives here and she's sort of a boarder, as it were.
there's a family that lives here? Wow.
I think so. I think there
Fascinating.
is. I find that extra interesting because of what it implies about your relationship to this place. How is there a sibling of yours here?
That is what I was just thinking about as well.
That is very interesting. Well, it could be your sibling's family or something.
Seems
Yeah, it could
very
be like a
possible.
step sibling, or maybe there was some horrible accident that you and your parents passed in.
Possible.
Just spitballing, just spitballing.
Or like, how
But-
long have you been dead for is also a question, right?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
forgot
So,
about
like,
that.
It could be that your
I
sibling
have a sibling.
is
who's
still
alive.
alive, and this could be, like I said, like this could be their family, or they could be, really old now.
Yeah.
They're just part of the family here.
I
don't know.
never thought about that. I don't know how old you were when you died. Don't know how old your sibling is now. Oh, the world of possibilities has
But yeah, they
opened
could have
before
also
us.
been like orphaned and adopted in this family. There's a lot of possibilities. Also, does it say that your sibling is alive? It says they live in the house?
A living.
They're a
sibling.
living
Ooh,
sibling.
interesting. Yeah, could be anything. They could be someone that works here. Is that possible?
Could be.
Interesting. That is interesting.
This is a house that has a parlor, so I'm imagining it's fancy.
Like
True.
staff.
It's a big
Yeah, there could be
house.
staff.
I think we will discover this, but I think we should start with our tarot reader,
All right.
Pollyanna.
Sure, sure.
Pollyanna, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
great to
I
me.
like it.
So since Amanda is already Amanda and also the parlor, in whatever
Yeah.
form that takes, I'm happy to take on Pollyanna.
Nice.
All
I
right.
was wondering if the scene could be as simple as whatever ritual Pollyanna and Lou have in these card
Right.
readings.
When we hang out.
That makes sense.
Especially if Lou is suddenly worried about a darkness here.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Would you like May to be in this scene, Anthony? Or
Yeah, but I'm gonna be minor. I'll be there, but I don't think I want to be a big part of it, at least at the beginning. I might be watching in the corner.
sure. So we see a woman, I want to say she's maybe in her early 50s, and she's wearing a colorful print dress, but it's of a sort of conservative cut. The sleeves go all the way to the wrists. And we see her smiling as she folds these tarot cards into each other, and goes through, making sure to get them well shuffled, twisting them around so that they face different ways. And Pollyanna raises her head to the room, and speaking to no one, says, "I thought you might need me today. Was I right?"
You were. Yes. I have come to talk to you about a dark presence in this place. Something I've sensed for a while, but I wasn't able to put it into words until now. Have you seen this presence?
There's a look of concern that passes over Pollyanna's face, and she says, "No, but you know that I feel and see much less than you hear. It's a lucky thing I can hear and see you at all. Are any of your friends here today, Lou?"
Yes, they are. And I think that's when someone else in the parlor seems to speak up. And Lady Snowblood, who is in the corner, suddenly seems to take notice of our group. And Lady Snowblood says, "Oh! Are you all here to see me again? Oh! Well, he says. You must tell me a story. Oh, come over and tell me a story."
Lou, is there someone with you?
There are some people here, yes.
Do
Lou
you
is
want me to amuse them while you speak with Polly?
If you wouldn't mind. Lou is desperately trying to ignore Lady Snowblood, but Lady Snowblood is starting to get quite raucous. And
I will tell them the story of my brother. They always like that one.
Ah, thank you, May. You're welcome, Volrod. Thanks for chatting. Kitty Pixels, hello! I hope you're having a good night. Nice to see you, my friend. That would be, I think, a wise idea. Yes, thank you, May.
Of course. And the glasses drift off across the other side of the room.
Lou, are you ready for the first card? I can begin the reading if you wish.
And as a twinkling of jewels seems to pass, almost like just behind Pollyanna, she can hear Lou moving. Lou says, "Yes, yes, yes, please."
All right. And not from the top of the deck, but from somewhere within, we see Pollyanna reach and pull out the Three of Pentacles, showing three figures upright. She says, "This card is asking for you to do something. It's a symbol of leadership, of things which might be exciting but might be frightening as well. It's a question of when you should act, not if. Does that sound right, Lou?"
That's very interesting. I think I can gauge some meaning from that, yes. Meanwhile, in the corner of the room, Lady Snowblood has started to spill tea all around, impatiently waiting for the story that May has promised. And Lady Snowblood demands that if you do not tell him a story, he says, if you do not, I will have to banish you from the parlor. As you know, this is my domain, and I am the one that must be pleased in this place. This is my special place, and all those...
Please, lady. Please, just wait for a moment. I will tell the story, please.
All right.
I do have a question. Who made you the lady of this parlor? How long have you been it?
I have been here for as long as the sun has been in the sky, and as long as the moon has reigned the night.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Well, you must have lived once. Do you remember it? And I'll take it to him.
I remember the feel of the sun on my skin.
You do? And what did do you remember what your hands looked like?
Silly child. Why are you bothering me with these questions? I demand that you tell me a story. My hands are my business, says Lady Snowblood.
Yes, Of course. Well, I'd like to tell you a story about a boy. A boy who could hear so many things. Hear the things in the walls. And we drift back to the other side of the room.
From the walls, we hear a horrible kind of skittering and scratching. From beneath the carpet, a little wretched voice comes out that says, "Yes, listen to what you hear. Listen to all I have to say. And you too, Lady Blood."
I'm gonna spin the wheel.
Please do. Also, hi,
This
Jen.
is a good opportunity. Hi Jen, how's it going? Everyone, Jen is over in the YouTube chat, and if you don't know Jen, Jen is an amazing human and an amazing artist who also made the art that we use on my YouTube channel. That's me.
Oh, cool.
Jen made that art. Yeah, Jen is awesome. Hi, Jen.
Oh, Jen, I love your art. I think I've seen a couple pieces. I love it all.
Yes. This is also, I feel like, such a perfect RPG stream for you to be checking out. It is delightfully
spookiest friend.
spooky. Yeah. Name the NPC. So I would
it
ask,
happened.
yeah, Rapala,
Oh
do you
my
have a
God.
name for any of the NPCs that we've mentioned? Perhaps our terrible ghost under the carpet, I feel like, would be quite accurate, but you could name anyone you like. Or you could just give us a name if you don't have one for someone in particular.
Oh, was the wall voice also
I'm
the
a
carpet
ghost.
voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
It's like
Yes.
the skittering sounds through the walls and the voice comes from
From the carpet.
the carpet.
Nice, nice. I forgot about Carpet Ghost.
Jen says,
Not me.
I'm not a human. I'm a ghost.
A ghost.
At least tonight. Appropriate.
Vibes.
That's who we are tonight as well. Bunch of ghosts.
Ooh.
Monhow.
Monau. Oh, I love
like that a lot.
that. Good naming. Also, thank you for gifting a sub to Kitty Pixels. So kind of you, Rapala.
Manau.
Also, y'all were at over 100 subs for this month.
Wow,
Yeah,
Amanda.
very cool. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks. That's so sweet, everyone. Do you want to just say the very last thing that Manau said again, Kurt?
Yes. Yes, listen. Listen. Listen to what I have to say. All your stories are just wretched pit stops between you and a worse world. Listen.
I put my fingers in my ears. Lady, do you know who that is?
Oh, yes. That is just... Monau. Pay
think
no
you-
mind. Pay no mind. You were telling me a story?
Yes, I was.
Rattling bones.
The boy heard all sorts of voices. And he would tell his sister.
Broken hearts.
He would tell his sister when they were under the covers going to sleep.
Hmm.
No one believed him. Not the adult, surely, and mostly not his sister.
Blood.
She thought he was sick. Something broken in him. And maybe it's because she believed that he did get sick. For real. The voices reached into his soul and they turned him dark. And they made him weak. And he could not escape from the bed. His sister would pray every night to keep him alive, to make him better, but no one ever listened. She had paid attention when her father spoke. You can't make someone do something, he'd say, without good leverage. You need something to trade. So she offered her soul.
You hear a horrible groaning from the carpet as the whisper grows quieter and more fervent, and Manao's voice sounds up and says, "No, this story is too frightening. Don't speak of this story. It's too frightening."
I've scared the ghost.
Shrinks, the voice shrinks back into the fibers of the plush carpeting.
That's quite a sad story, isn't it?
Gets more exciting. But never happier.
Oh.
Ooh. Have you ever seen a ghost scared by a story? I thought they were supposed to do the scaring.
I've seen many things in my time. Ghosts. Scared by stories, yes. Are you saying that you've never been scared by a story?
No. I was scared all the time. I don't like ghost stories.
Well,
I especially don't like being in one.
Well, there you are. You're a ghost, and you've been scared by stories, so...
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm an angel. Momentarily embarrassed.
If you're an angel... tell me something beautiful about heaven.
When you arrive, it's the perfect temperature. The best day you've ever been outside. That feeling. But it never fades. You never forget about it. It's always in the forefront of your mind. And it's that way with everything. You never get used to anything in heaven. Each moment a surprise. Brand new.
Across the room, Lou asks, but when it comes to what time to deal with this issue, Pollyanna, how will I know when is the right moment?
Pollyanna reaches into her deck again and pulls out a card. It's the sun. A beam of light. And she smiles and says, "You'll know. The light will show it to you. You'll know."
And as Lou looks up where the light is shining now in the parlor in midday, he notices the chandelier with the broken angel hanging off of it and thinks to himself about what that means.
Cool.
I think that's the scene.
Yeah, I think that's
I think so too. That's fun. We had like two whole things going on.
We
Boom, boom,
had,
boom,
we
back
had
and
two
forth.
whole things going on.
Yeah, two whole things. Cool.
I'm so glad May got to tell a story.
Yeah, me too.
All right, where are we heading to next?
That is the question.
The thing is that we have one place we haven't been. It's quite the place, the Lost Room. Doesn't seem like it's to be gone too lightly.
And yet, I feel like maybe this is a place. Everything in this house is a lot. Perhaps this is not a horrifying place. Perhaps it's just a place.
I think this
Yeah.
room is just the one that has the most potential to be the most... to just, like, say the most things about our characters. To, like, really
That's a good way
dig
to say
into
it.
who they are, you know?
I
Can
think
we take
that's
a quick
Room.
break before we hit the third room, third scene.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Just bio break would be great.
Yeah, bio
I'll be
break?
back in a second.
All
Yeah.
right. I also would bio break, but
Bio it up.
all right.
Oh, you guys are gonna get a Kurt podcast.
Kurt podcast.
Woo!
All right. I will be back in a moment, as will Anthony, and we will leave you in the very capable hands and voice of Kurt.
Don't you dare talk about syrup.
I would never, not without you. So, for those who remain, and also Amanda, who hasn't taken off her headphones yet. Ah, yes, there we go. Now we can truly share secrets with each other. No one can hear this but you and I. I don't believe in ghosts. But there are those who would suggest that a small cottage out in the rural parts of Ontario, owned by my family, is haunted. And with a group of friends, which included actually the sister of one of our viewers right now, the group of friends headed out to this cottage, and this cottage was built by a jack of all trades and master of none. Everything is at strange angles. The stairs aren't quite the right rise to run. They're not quite consistent. Everything squeaks or rumbles. If you drop something, it'll roll and roll. But outside of the house is an old barn. Once, we're told, there were chickens kept there, but no more. Now it's a building that sits on the edge of the property, closer than you would need, but too far to just connect. And so it stands there, weathered and gray. And once someone arrived before me and felt really bad about this barn. Shivers ran through her. She had been to this property once before, and this time she came back and brought sage. And so she walked within and burnt it. For protection, for cleansing, I can't tell you. I wasn't there. But I can tell you that she's not the only one who's had strange feelings about this place. There's a security camera on the inside, and my parents get notifications if the alarm goes off. One night, the camera's app gave a push notification. But there was no one there. And this generally means one of two things. One, there's a problem, a burglary of some kind. Two, there's an animal who's scurried along or flown by, a little bug or something, just enough to trip the machine. But this night, when they checked the app, there was no animal. There was no burglary. They were just little motes of light, moving of their own accord, erratically and strangely, like a snowstorm, but in every direction. Little orbs, not a bug, not dust, too spirited, too strange. We still don't know why it happened. I have no answers for you in this story. The punchline is only a strangeness and an uncertainty, and a place that felt odd. Anthony, I've recently been spreading spruce syrup on my toast.
For real?
Yeah.
Is spruce syrup made from the sap of spruce, or is it a thing of a different type called syrup?
It is a simple syrup that has had young spruce soaked in it so that it's taken on its characteristic.
Now, did you make the syrup?
No,
Oh.
I bought the syrup, and it was around that time of year when you're thinking about what to buy for people for a holiday. And I remember thinking, perhaps I'll get some for my mom. And then I thought, no, no one wants this except specifically me,
Except
actually.
me, actually. You're a better man than I, because I often will buy presents for people that are really just for me. I'm like, this sounds like the best thing in the world. And then I give it to them and I'm like, that was just for me. I wanted that.
Guys, I got
Hi.
the caramels. So snacky.
So snacky.
I like that you phrased it as the caramels.
The
Like we were like,
caramels.
is she going to get the caramels?
Oh, the caramel.
Phew, now we know.
The caramels. Also a gift from Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, Michael, so sweet.
Haha,
So I
caramels.
think we're headed to the Lost Room.
Yes,
Has anybody
I
had any
think
second
so.
thoughts, or we're happy with this direction?
I'm happy with it. I think we're all there, probably.
That makes sense to me.
And it's easy to go to the Lost Room, as long as you know where it is. The moment anyone points it out to you, of course. I don't know why I never noticed that doorway before. There's no furniture in front of it. There's nothing that would stop you from seeing it and wandering in, but someone has to tell you. And so someone did. I don't think any of us can remember the first time we found ourselves in here. But here we often go. And in some ways it feels wrong, and in some ways it feels more like home than anywhere else in this place. As we enter, candles lit by a ghostly fire glimmer in the dark. They light as you walk through the threshold, but it's not because you walked in, it's just that now you can see it. A tasteful row of books line the walls, and a mirror, large and wrought with iron and bronze, displaying never quite what you expect. It's the Lost Room.
May floats to the mirror. My glasses really are broken. All she can see in the mirror are the glasses, floating themselves in the center of the pane.
I think Lou reaches over to the bookshelf to peruse the books that are there. And as their hand traces the spines of the books, little bits of ash fall away. Little dusting of ash on the ledge of the bookshelf where their hand has moved across.
Forrester has tottered in holding that music box that we often see Forrester holding. And Forrester, like it's a jack in the box, is just at a constant rate, like winding a little. It's not a crank up and let it go music box. It only plays as you turn. And he's singing along softly to himself in an eerie little tune. I think he turns to May and says, "Hey, you know, I don't think you need to worry that much. You don't even need those anymore, probably."
What do you know about what I need or don't need? And I'm going to turn my brightness level up to a 10. And I'm going to stare with my broken glasses at Forrester. And I am going to focus them. 2 beams of light right on their dumb porcelain little face.
Oh my god.
I'm going to hurt somebody out of spite or despair. These glasses are what holds me. And if anything is going to go back to heaven, it's going to be... And then I just burn away at you.
beside you, sitting on a shelf like they've always been there, just beside the books, the perfect place to put a pair of reading glasses. They sure do look just like yours. I ask you, as the room, would you like to recover what was thought lost?
Can I make a tiny amendment?
Please do. Hi, ChemDog.
They're not sitting on the shelf. They're sitting below it, on the tiny altar that has been created here.
Yes.
They sit in the center, the black stone of this altar, and the candles littered all around it. And May's eyes drift to it. Oh. My old pair. I forgot I had backups. I left to Lou for permission. Do you think the room will miss it? If I take it?
I'm going to stare into nothing and see the unseen.
Ooh.
I love you.
And Lou says, as much as I think you don't need it, this room won't miss it.
You're wrong. About what? And May drifts to the table, and to answer the room's question, I will take what's mine. And I
Get a token.
Woo! My second token. And I'm gonna take the glasses off my face. I don't think that's really ever happened before. And as I do, May's body unfocuses. Like, suddenly the projector has been sort of like unfocused on the ring, and she just kind of goes fuzzy. And for a moment, all that's left behind is the ring of light, in perfect, like slicing through reality, all just like a perfectly framed, beautifully crisp ring of light. And then the glasses leave the altar and raise up to this floating ring of light. And as they are placed in front of it, a body reappears, 40 years younger, a little girl. That feels better.
We see a flash of envy cross across Forrester's face. Forrester says, "Why do you get to be a real kid? I want to be a real kid too." And Forrester is going to use their gain a token move of use a ghostly ability with great consequence, assume the form of a small child. And we hear this horrible cracking as the porcelain flakes off, and underneath it is this growing like flesh, and then just a little too big for this little dress that all children in the early 1900s would have worn. A little too big for it. We see this child sort of bracing themselves on the floor. Ha! I did it! I did it! I did it! I'm here for real.
Could you always have done that?
Yeah. And I can always do it. I can always do it forever. But even as he says that, we see the form withering and shrinking. It's trying to hold on to it.
Forrester, It might be hurting you. You need to let go.
No. This is what I gotta do. This is who I have to be.
You're fine who you were. It'll be okay.
As this withering form, this atrophied, now almost mummified looking form, with little flakes of porcelain still covering like a sort of half-worn suit of armor, I sure look a lot like that desiccated form painted on the portrait of the small shrine to an old and starving godling.
Is that what you once looked like?
I don't look like anything. And we see Forrester pick up little pieces of porcelain and just sort of put them back on unhappily.
I'm going to spend 2 tokens. Lou has been watching
Oh my
this
god.
all from their place by the bookcase, and in a few short strides closes the distance between Forrester and themselves. And behind the glittering bit of fabric, one of Lou's hands reaches out, the one with the ring. And they simply tap Forrester right over their heart.
It rings out like a chime, like a perfect set of glasses toasting. What happens?
Lou has used a ghostly ability with some subtle clarity to see into Forrester's heart. Is there a ghost in the room with you?
I did hear like a sound that I thought was the cat jumping onto the bed, but the cat's not in here, so
That's not there.
Oh.
did have a little
okay.
moment. Did have a little moment.
It's about to be an ARG.
Oh my gosh. Also, I love what Jen said in the chat about how glasses are always in the last place you look, including, but not limited to, a ritual altar. I literally lost a pair of glasses a few years ago. I did not check the ritual altar, though, so now I'm thinking maybe that's where they were, yeah.
Yeah. So you see into Forrester's heart?
Yeah.
What does that let you see?
Well, I feel like that's more of a question for Forrester as to what Lou would
Okay.
see in their heart.
You're uncovering some truth at the core.
We see a child walking through a field, holding a doll that looks very familiar. And 2 voices sound as the child speaks, both the child's mouth and the doll's mouth moving. And the child says, "What, already? I'm not done playing." And the doll speaks that too. "I don't want to go in yet." The doll speaks that too. I am going to use the once per session for the attic, which is thin the boundaries between the living and the spirit world.
Okay.
He's pulling shit I didn't know we could do, guys.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
these once a room abilities that I was like trying to be like, how do I use these? But then I was just like, there's too much going on already. If I need something.
This is for the lost room. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
This is cool. Cool. Okay. Yep.
All right, what happens?
What are you doing? What's happening?
All of a sudden, I think all 3 of us have a moment when they feel like I'm just trying to get the tone notes right here. The gravity of who you are against who you used to be really suddenly feels like a physical weight. And you sense that where you are now isn't even really a place. It's such a between. You are not alive. You are not in the spirit world either. You are something that is neither. When you peer into the spirit world, what comes through? If you answer, you'll get a token. I think we see forms take shape in the mirror.
Can I just ask for a little clarity? So we're seeing into the spirit world, but like we're seeing something true about ourselves, kind of like what we really are, almost.
You could say that. Yeah, you can interpret it that way. The question only asks what comes through. So, yeah.
I think Lou feels a glimmer of who they used to be through a spirit that was someone they knew. And it was someone that knew them by multiple names. And they can get a sense for the person, but mostly seeing them, this man they used to know makes them feel as though they know themselves less. They feel a split down the middle, as though they're being pulled in two directions, as though there's this idea of who they were and this idea of who they are, and those two things are at conflict with one another.
Yeah. Get yourself that token.
On the tip of their tongue, there's a name that they want to say, but it doesn't quite form into words. And even as they feel they get closer to it, it's almost like it's a word that's forbidden.
Ooh, that's good.
I get a token?
Yeah, you get a token. For that, yeah, you get a token.
Yeah.
We just see one thing come through?
We can see more, I think, if you see anything.
I see the boundary, the guard that they put behind me to make sure I didn't come back. A tall, towering angel with a blade of starlight pierced deep into the ground, barring the way. And there's a thundering voice that echoes at least through me. I don't know if you guys hear it. You lied. You put evil into the world. Your gift is revoked.
Yeah.
I think Lou does not quite hear what's said, but can feel a sense of what the idea of what the voice was saying, like not the specifics.
As these things are happening, I think that Forrester has a sensation of acceleration. Like when you're on that theme park ride and it starts to go faster and faster, but it's their spirit somehow. And without even realizing that he's doing it, he's twisting that music box faster and faster. And then there's a sound that he hasn't heard before. A pop. And the music box bursts open. And like a jack in the box.
Second box, yeah.
That half soul swirls in to join Forrester's. in the little doll body.
Ah.
Forrester says, I don't know how I feel about this. Are you guys okay?
I'm fine. And the little girl's glasses are fogged up with tears. Forrester, are you okay?
And then a voice that sounds not at all like Forrester's says, I have much to atone for.
Forrester, are you still there?
Yes. Yes, I'm still here.
Who is
I'm
that?
Just a man. Just a man with a long story. And I think I'm going to interpret one of my vulnerable moves strangely. It says reach out and take care of another. I think we're going to see, it's very cute to look at actually. Forrester, like, does a comforting sort of clockwise motion on their own sort of torso.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe better like this. Hey, Lou.
Hmm?
I haven't heard. Are you okay?
And Lou almost looks a bit more solid than they did before. There's something very delicate about them. But they're more formed. Like they're not quite physically fully there, but there's like an outline of a person now, as opposed to just limbs that float. And Lou's voice has also somewhat changed. Lou says in a lighter tone, yes, I'm here. I'm fine, I think. Who am I?
We hear a chittering, like the sound of like clattering teeth, coming from that little god shrine, and there's, it almost seems like laughter. And we hear, they who are chosen are returning. And then, in a blink, we're all just back in the home. And like happens sometimes, the Lost Room's door isn't there right now. And I think that's going to be our scene.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if we're not so far from the end.
Yeah. I feel like we've got one, maximum two, but maybe one.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go next?
That's a question. I feel like the most unfinished business is in the attic.
I agree. Are we
Cool.
ready to go to the attic? I guess that's the question.
I think let's lean into it.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah, we
do
can
some
go.
big moves, make some big things happen.
Okay.
I've got a
Back to the attic.
bonkers idea. But I need you to think it's a good idea.
Okay, sure.
It's not that crazy. What I want is to find is to find Forrester digging up a miniature grave behind the dollhouse.
Yeah. Digging up or digging out?
Like digging up, like recovering. Like you knew it was there.
Gotcha. That is exactly what I'm doing, actually. Forrester turns around. Caught.
Forrester,
Yeah?
don't come up here. You're not supposed to come up here. This is Borophenium.
I can come here. It's part of the house. We can go anywhere we want to in the house.
I just don't know it's safe. It's not. What are you doing?
Doesn't matter.
No. Forrester, it does. What are you doing?
Comb my hair.
Okay. I take the brush. There's one just nearby, sitting on top of a bookshelf. And for that one patch of hair that you have hanging from the back of your head, I very delicately, very gingerly run it down your hair. Is there a song that you like to hear?
I think there's a song. Oh, it's a little worse than that because it's one
Okay.
I just hum to myself every time my hair is brushed. I don't ask you to sing it. I hum it to myself.
You hum it to yourself.
Yeah.
How does it go? You don't have to sing it. You could just describe a little bit of it. I'm not sure how much we can sing that will get picked up. But...
It's the Music Box's song.
Ah.
Yeah. But it's a little tuneless when it comes out of my mouth. And I think Forrester like raises a hand and says, "Hey Lou, I know you're here too. You can come out."
I think Lou has been on the ground taking the place of the wedding dress that was in the room.
Ooh, yeah.
As you stand up, does the wedding dress come with you?
I think when they stand up, the wedding dress is now on them. Yeah.
Awesome. You're looking so corporeal.
Yes, I feel quite solid, actually.
It looks good on you.
I have a question.
I have many. You go first.
If you had friends you could help, but maybe it wasn't exactly right to help them, would you do it anyway? Just because they're your friends?
What? What is it that you're remembering, Forrester? What is it that you saw when we were in the lost room?
I have two friends, and one of them's a part of me now, but I always knew that someday they both would be. You can come out. It's okay. I think they might already know. And a horrible, ragged little doll made of several different dolls stitched or glued together. Not all fabric dolls, not all plastic dolls, not all porcelain dolls. An awful pastiche limps out from behind the dark corner of the edge of the room.
I've seen it before. I didn't know. Now she talks right to it. I didn't know you were alive.
Not yet. Not really.
What part of you is this, Forrester?
Well, it's not a part of me yet. She's not a part of me yet. We need something bigger and better than that. Points to this raggedy, strange body. And this, and points to my own porcelain form. Something better and bigger.
We need a body.
And he nods. Both dolls nod.
Are you sure that's a good idea? What will you do with it?
Live. And then Forrester reaches forward towards that little patch of toy dirt beside this toy dollhouse. Flecks aside some of it, scrapes it out with the little porcelain hands, with the little sharp porcelain piece of himself, and pulls out a strange figure. And in the moonlight, through this beautiful stained glass window in the backyard, a corpse is held aloft by nothing.
That's so scary.
I'm going to use my strong move
Yeah.
to find another body ready to be your vessel.
What time of day do we think it is?
Definitely night, I think. Definitely night.
It's moonlight. Does that work for you, man?
Yeah.
I see why you ask, though, so I'm going to say it's like right on the cusp of sunrise.
That's fine. It could also be the middle of the night. I have thoughts either way, but okay.
But it's fun if there's a time sensitivity that maybe you act on and maybe you don't.
Yeah, we'll see.
May has gone white like a sheet and is staring.
Is that
at the
different than
body.
how May normally looks?
That's a little bit more white.
A little
than
bit more white
normal.
than normal. Okay.
Yeah. She's staring first at the tiny little model in your hands, and then she tromps across the model city with abandon to get to the window and stares out at the corpse dangling in the backyard. Forrester? Forrester, how do you know it's there? How
No
do you
one
know
is
where we-
using it. No one is using it. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Did you tell anyone where we put?
shakes his head. Ophanim told me it was there.
And May looks up at the beacon of light. Of course. He sees all your sins.
It's not stealing if nobody's using it anyway. And I would share my friends with me. All three of us.
I never realized how kind your soul was. Broken and strange and sharp and spiky and falling apart at every angle. But there's a bit of angel in you, isn't there?
Forrester shakes his head. No. No, I'll show you. I'll show you what's here. And then he turns to face not just May, but specifically Lou. Says, I'll show you. And then grabs that so often, so carefully manicured, so carefully kept on face and pulls off the porcelain. I'm not going to describe what you see. It's better that I don't. But Forrester does face you and say, this is the real me. I'm going to take a token for activating the lure of Lou, showing one your true face or true names.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Amanda, is there anything else Lou needs to do in the attic? Because I wonder whether we should have a fourth location we're not allowed to have and have a final scene in the backyard.
I think Lou... I mean, we can... Yeah, we can move locations, or there's stuff I can do here. It just depends. If you guys want a location change, this does feel like a pretty nice place to, like, end the scene. On, like, a face reveal, you know?
If there's something you wanted to do before we left, though, I mean, I don't know if that works in the flow of things.
I don't have to do anything here. I can wait. I have thoughts, but I'm just chilling right now with Lou. Lou's just taking this all in, I think, and thinking about some stuff. That's what they're up to.
Then I'd like to conjure a fourth location.
A fourth location.
Backyard.
Sure.
Backyard has one NPC. This is the old man. He sits in a rocking chair on the back porch. It's covered, protected from the elements, which is a good thing because the old man is always on the back porch. They say he's the grandfather of the young family that lives here. They say he's lived here forever. And he rests a shotgun on his lap. And he stares at a spot in the backyard, day in and day out. I'm imagining in my head that Forrester's leading the way. Because Forrester's got the mission here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Forrester holding hands with the second doll is moving with purpose and clearly using a lot of his stamina to do so. And
it's quite the sight, I think, because emerging from the back door of the house are two little dolls, hand in hand. A sight strange enough to behold. But behind it, a pair of moon-caught glasses, shining bright moonlight, are drifting after them. And I think in the back of the procession, perhaps most hauntingly of all, a nearly empty wedding dress, drifting down the halls of this old home and out into the dirt of the backyard. The old man sees it all, watches them step by, but as part of the furniture, it doesn't really seem like a problem for him to see. The glasses stop on the porch, hovering near the old man, and watches Forrester walk out into the backyard with the rough hole in the ground and the dangling body. I guess that maybe has come to rest beside, now that you're no longer holding the model. What does it look like when you get there, Forrester? You need help?
I think it looks a lot like a memory I once had. I catch a glimpse as I walk towards this figure, his corpse. One of the few things I remember from my life is a mirror that showed a dark reflection behind me. And I think that I fall onto my back and lie beside or on top of this body, and it looks just like that image in my mind of a figure behind me in the mirror. I can't tell if it feels right or wrong.
Is Lou doing anything?
Yeah, what's Lou doing?
Lou is watching.
Lou's watching.
I think
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think
Fine.
the sky is kind of starting to change color a bit. It's turning kind of that sort of dark purple from like the inky blackness of the night as we get closer to sunrise, but not quite there yet.
Okay. May shifts over so that she is right behind the old man who is still rocking back and forth in his rocking chair. And her mouth is pressed close to where his ear is when he rocks all the way back. They're both staring at the body, and the two dolls placed atop it. Brother, she says. They found it. Our shame. Our secret. Don't worry. Shh, love, shh. We're gonna right our wrong. We're gonna give it new life. We didn't know, but maybe what we did had to be done. Maybe someone else deserved the body more.
Oh my God.
Shush, brother. It's okay.
I think that Lou is going to use a ghostly ability with great consequence.
Okay.
And as the sun just starts to crack the surface of the horizon, Lou is going to speak from the grave and channel a spirit.
Ooh.
And is going to choose the spirit of May's I don't know if I want to choose the spirit of May's brother or if I want to choose the spirit of the corpse.
Ooh. My brother is maybe alive.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that matters.
Yeah,
but
so the corpse, probably.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god. Oh my god.
How did I get here?
Oh no. Oh no, brother.
What are you doing?
There's a misunderstanding.
And then a
We're supposed-
voice that's not Forrester's, speaks from Forrester's mouth. And Forrester says, "No, there is no misunderstanding. I am coming back. I have returned to you, my better half, my other half."
May stares at Forrester and the voice inside. "You've been waiting in the house all this time? In the music box?"
Regina, I'm back. I'm back. But just to join you. That's all.
If you are who you say you are, what were your last words to me?
I shall see you again in the next life. And then I'm going to use a vulnerable move for Forrester to lose control of his body. And bursting out from the porcelain is that same wisp of spirit, which swirls and makes a beeline for the corpse. And we hear Forrester yell, "No! All three of us! It's supposed to be all three of us!"
And I think at this time, Regina also seems to lose body, lose form, which collapses to the ground, almost losing every defining feature. And also seems to zip after the other spirit. The two of them swirling around each other up in the sky before making a beeline for that there body.
Forrester looks down, dejected for a moment, but then turns to face the second doll. The doll with an even worse lot, an even more cobbled together circumstance, and sort of shakes off this idea, shakes off what just happened, totters over to the second doll and embraces it. It wasn't for us, I guess. I thought it was. Forrester turns to face Lou. You knew, didn't you? All along.
And Lou is kind of phasing in and out, it seems. Like flickering, as though they're on the verge of disappearing. And then all of a sudden, for just a moment, they take full form. And you see a beautiful, strong woman, probably in her late 20s, maybe early 30s, laying on the ground. She sits up in the wedding dress and says, "Yes. Well, I didn't know exactly. Part of me remembered. The part of me who knew who I was. The part of me who remembered who I became. this body. And I remembered my friends who were there for me when other people couldn't see who I was. And just as they had helped me, I think part of me did want to help them. But I'm sorry that no one deserves to be trapped in a form that they feel doesn't fit them. I'm sorry I cost you something that would have made you feel whole.
Forrester shrugs, a little tinkling of broken porcelain as he does. He says, if it was the right thing to do, then it was the right thing to do. Can you tell me what you remember from being in this dress?
I remember a wedding. I was supposed to marry, but there were certain truths that were revealed, and things about me that I remember he couldn't accept, and that's all I remember. I remember the wedding, but I don't remember the marriage.
The old man gets up. It's an achingly slow gesture. And steps slowly down the steps, slowly over towards you, and pulls out a ring from his pocket. You can use the once per session garden ability, offer proof of life you once lived. And the old man, brother of May, is going to face Lou and say, well, I can remember for the both of us, Anna Lou. And places a ring into your hand.
And I think Anna takes the ring off her finger and gives it to him. But when you found out the truth, I don't understand. You didn't want anything to do with me.
No, Anna Lou. I just didn't get the chance. You looked so beautiful in this dress. I wish we'd made it to I do. And places the ring on his own finger and slips yours onto your more delicate hand. Says, this is what should have happened. And turns back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and I think as Anna Lou goes to hold his hand, her physical form starts to slip, and for a moment she shines really brightly as though she's very real.
May is right behind the old man. Lou, You're whole. You want to go to heaven? He won't join you. Not ever.
I've never felt so seen. And I think in that moment, you can feel her desire to stay, but she shines so bright, she just poofs out of existence. There 1 minute, the next moment, it's just that sound of the jewels in the air, lingering for a moment before Lou is gone.
At the end of each session of our haunt, if we have 15 tokens, which we do, we can regain a memory.
I think I have.
Create.
Did I take mine away for that last move, where I became a physical and real?
No, but you're missing 2 that I gave you through the garden.
Oh,
so we'll give
okay.
you those.
All right, okay.
All works out.
Yay.
If we've got 15 total, this would be tracked over multiple sessions, but with 15, we can either regain a memory for someone or create a new one.
Right.
So there's a list
Ooh.
on the 5th tab.
The 5th tab, memories, memories.
A little final denouement to the night. And Jen, I love me a specific ability. That's what this game is all about, baby.
I agree. I love when games kind of give you that, because then it's like you're never really struggling for something to do. It's the interesting thing with games like this though is that I'm always like, oh, I have so many things I can do, and then I'm like, how many of these things can I do? Even though that's not the point of a game, but I feel compelled.
We do a lot of them.
We do. Locke, good night. Thank you so much for joining us. All right.
So to cap this off as a little epilogue.
That is a good one.
One of us gets one of these. What do we think?
I have an idea.
Please.
I don't know. Lou is maybe gone for good. Maybe Lou doesn't get new memories. I was thinking about this one. Did you see it, Amanda?
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, that makes sense to me.
It's a juicy list, folks. But we'll keep it to ourselves. You're only going to know what we pick.
I kind of like this
apparently
one,
we're keeping
too.
a secret.
This one could be good.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one.
Boy,
Oh
that
my
one.
god.
This is content, baby.
It's great content.
Are we happy? One? I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot here. We got a lot
I
of
think the question is, do we want to give Lou a memory? Can Lou have memories? If so, we got great options. If not, then maybe it's a bit different of a question. There's less options. Maybe. That's a question for you, Amanda. Do you want to give Lou a new memory, or is Lou in a place that memories don't exist?
Oh. What is this? I don't know. I mean, because it's not really clearly defined what happened to Lou at the end of the story. We just know that Lou basically burns really bright, and then she's gone. So, yeah, I don't know. We could probably give her a memory if we want, if that's where we're at. I feel like that kind of makes sense based on just how that finished. But at the same time, if there's something else that you guys want to add, like a little button to any of the other character stories, I'm so good with that too. Because I do feel like Lou had a very full circle, despite being a very quiet character, really. Philip, thank you so much for subscribing over on YouTube, by the way.
This memory serves to come full circle May's story as well. So that might
Okay,
be,
all right.
That might work. Do you have
Please,
anything
please.
for it,
No. Let her rip.
though? Okay. Uh, in that bright moment, as Lou burns up from this world, it's so cliched, but they say that your whole life plays before your eyes in your last moments, stretched out to infinity. And Lou sees them all, including that moment. Maybe one of the last. Soon before their wedding day. It's a long walk. The man she loves. You can feel his strength, his warmth emanating in the cold night. And he tells you, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my sister. She prayed every night until I overcame whatever that sickness was. I think of her all the time. I wish she'd been there at our wedding. But there's someone else. Someone else I love, and I don't want it to get in our way. And you see a young couple down near the water. I think I still love her. But I don't want him anymore. And he draws his gun that you thought he brought for protection out here in the woods. And he shoots. A sure shot over the bluffs and strikes the woman, who drops. Her partner falls to his knees, confused, unsure what's happening. And the man beside you reloads the gun. Now, I'll always love you. And that's it.
Cool.
Oh.
That's it, folks. That is our game of Our Haunt.
I didn't realize there were new memories. I just looked at those. I was like, oh,
They're pretty cute.
they're pretty
The new memories tend to be lighter in tone because they're about embracing our newfound family,
Yeah. Okay.
which is, yeah. But
we went the
that'll
dark
be all
route.
for tonight.
Okay.
We did.
That was great, guys.
So, if you like scary, sad, weird, sometimes sweet, but often not, little stories, you can find this game at available through Possum Creek Games, and available from Rae's own itch, which is just being linked right now by Amanda. But feel free to Google Our Haunt RPG and you will find it. And if you like stories with us, then please come around next time when we'll be playing another game, another day, different characters, new stories. We don't know what they'll be yet, but we'll all find out if you join us.
Anubis Lilith, you're still here just chilling. I love that. Thank you so much for watching. If you were here the whole time, that's really nice.
Yeah, thanks for hanging
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We will be back probably next Monday.
Probably next Monday.
We're
Probably
usually
next
here.
Monday.
We're usually here on Monday, so if you like this kind of thing, definitely come around, as Kurt said. I will be back Thursday, maybe not quite at 7:30 because I might be going to see a movie. But then after that, I will be doing a stream. I don't know what time it'll be. It might be late, guys. But I want to play some Fallout 76 with y'all. So come on down. I've never played Fallout 76 before. Played a lot of Fallout, but not 76. And then Friday, I will be back probably doing some more Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League because I'm still playing that game. That's still happening. And Sunday, I'm probably going to be baking cookies as requested by Daniel. I have my Jeff the Land Shark cookie cutter. I also have the carousel one with the unicorn with the horse. So I'm probably going to make some cookies and like cut some out. Maybe we'll make some cute sugar cookies or something. So
Oh, the
definitely.
carousel is the shape of the cookie cutter.
Yeah, well, it's like a horse. I got it from when we went to the Carousel Museum, which I really need to still post stuff from. I still have all of these photos, and I said I'd post stuff, and I still haven't, but I'm going to. I will actually share a really cute photo in the Discord that Duck sent me from the day when we went that I have been meaning to post on Instagram, and I will hopefully do that sooner rather than later because, like I said, I keep saying I'm going to do these things, and then I get distracted and don't do them. However, yeah, that is when we'll be around for future streams. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us tonight. This was so freaking wonderful. I love this game. I might need to own this one. I might need a physical copy. This was, I think, one of my favorites that we've played. I really like it. I feel I'd really love to play this as a campaign. I feel like this would be really weird and interesting to see what that does. Our little ghost family. Thank you so much for playing with me, Kurt, Anthony, and just being
an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Always.
awesome humans. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug before we sign off tonight?
Nothing from me. How about you, Kurt?
Tonight, I don't think so.
All
Just along
right.
for the ride.
Well, that's it from me, just my schedule. I will have probably my, what did I put up today? Spy Family? I think we're going to be doing some my Monkey Man reaction tomorrow on YouTube, so make sure you guys check that out. That's the reaction to the Monkey Man film, which I cannot wait to talk to you guys about. It might be my favorite film of the year so far. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting that either, but I think I might like it better than Dune 2, guys. I'm still thinking about it, but I think I like it better.
High praise.
Yeah, Dune 2 is really good as well, so it's hard to choose, but yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to everybody that subbed or followed or threw bits or just was here and was amazing and just was a cool human, hung out with us. To all of you that chatted and to all of you that didn't, we appreciate you being here. That's basically it, so
That's it.
stay nerdy.
There you go,
Thanks for joining
folks.
us. What a magical night.
This